Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's another Saturday, which doesn't track. I actually can't finish the sentence because I was going to say it's another Saturday, which means I'm back here with Voleno. But that's not traditionally what has happened at all. I think we've done maybe 2 Saturdays, actually, in all of the collab stuff that we've been doing. Usually it's weeknights.
Honestly, just whenever.
But yes, we're back here. We're continuing our playthrough of Dragon View. Hi. This is the part where I admit, I don't know if I can remember what we're doing.
You know what? I'm gonna say this time I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
I really do not remember.
I briefly reviewed the tapes, and I know that we want to go explore the swamp next. I know that much.
Oh wait, okay. So we finished with the desert.
We
right?
did.
Okay.
We did. We
just
streamed last time we did this. We streamed for 3 hours and did, I think, 20 minutes of gameplay.
Yeah. I think that was basically the name of the game last time. It's absolutely nothing.
And
no progress.
And
but very, very little. I don't even remember why we went so insane, but
I don't either.
It happened.
It's just we started debating about Happy Birthday. There was a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that happened.
I mean, it was a desert episode. We were hallucinating.
It was
sometimes. It's classic.
Yeah. I did do a little bit of looking at the walkthrough to kind of gauge kind of like where we are and what the next thing should be. And I will say that I have both good news and bad news. The good news is that yes, we are done with the desert and we can move on. The bad news is that it would actually be better if we did like a lot of backtracking, specifically to all 3 villages, because apparently that is where the HP the guy that sells us health upgrades, after you visit him 3 times, he then goes back to the first town and resets his loop. So basically, so I'm looking at like the walkthrough now. So like we started in Hujia, and then Kazra, and then Mirage is where we're at right now. He then goes back to Hujia, apparently.
I mean, I guess we could do that. But
So
it's not so bad.
I feel like that's probably what we should do. Is like at the very least, it'll get us maybe like a little bit warmed up.
Yeah,
and kind of remembering.
It's definitely not going to be the only thing that we do. The entire time somehow.
No, it's going to be very easy, especially because we have warp points, and we obviously both know where those are. And we can just very quickly, warp our way around the world, and have no issue finding everything we need to find.
Why'd you say that where we are in the walkthrough again?
It's Take Heart is the
right.
DV07A is the header listing that they have given it.
Okay. Huh.
So
there's no way that this game is actually that long, right?
I think it's longer than we thought. Because
I think it's way longer. I think it's like actually
a lot longer.
Did I accidentally trick you into playing a JRPG?
No.
Is that what happened?
I don't know. I wouldn't consider it that. Here's the thing: is that if I look at the table of contents, we are in the bottom quarter. Like we are in like the last 25%.
Oh, okay.
But
so it's just that this one is so verbose that they're
yes and no.
We're halfway through.
Kind of, but it's also like if you do like read through what is involved in all of those, like in like those 4 pieces, there are like a lot of individual things to do. So
right,
we are so it's like 6 to 1, half a dozen of another sort of a thing, where it's like, yes, we have made a lot of progress, and yes, we are very far into the game, but also I think there is still just like a lot of things that we have not accomplished yet that need to be handled. So yay. more, more game, more game, more fun.
I mean,
Papa John's.
We probably could section off like part of it that could be done off stream too. Because I do feel like there's a lot of item collecting going on.
We definitely said that last time, and I definitely did not do anything.
I mean, well, it wasn't entirely in your control.
And I will say, with what my next 2 weeks are looking like, there's definitely not going to be off-stream Dragon View time for me. Absolutely not.
I wish there was some way you could like pass me the file or something. Obviously, I got nothing to do.
Have you take over some of like the grunt?
Some of the grunt
work?
Obviously, I could just. I could even stream that. That would be funny. Just doing side quests on.
I mean, I could. You can see this, chat can. I do literally have a save file that I wonder if I passed it to you, you'd be able to just load it.
Well, we might test that.
We might test that. We'll see how today goes. We'll see how today goes. We'll see how far we get, and if we do really get like in the weeds on just like item collection and inventory management shit, then maybe we should find a way to keep things moving along. We're losing the plot. Which, this is your first time. This is our fourth playthrough or fourth episode of it. Fourth playthrough. It's our. We're never not playing Dragon View. We're never.
Actually,
trying to recall how many times. It's the third game that we have played together.
Yeah.
Yes, but it is not. It is only the one playthrough. We're not revisiting shit. I mean, God.
No, we're not.
No. The answer's no. I very intentionally
New Game Plus
grinded the hell out of Mega Man X8 so that we would not have to do it a second time. We ensured that we saw what that game had to offer, with the exception of being able to play as the navigators. But I don't have an infinite amount of time to do that.
It's still, whatever. You'll be back at Mega Man next year, I'm sure.
Well,
there's still another May.
There is another May. No, I'll definitely be back at another Mega Man. There's plenty more to explore there, but I'm not playing any of them twice.
I'd actually be really curious to see you play Legends, because I've never played Legends, and I always hear good things vaguely, but I also know that the control scheme is awful.
I think that is definitely one of those where, like, if it's going to be you or me, yes, I should play that one, because I'll at least be used to like the PS1 kind of clunkiness about it. Because I have actually watched a playthrough of that game before, and I do think it's interesting. I don't know that it's good, like by like the strictest definition of it, but it is kind of.
I mean, I've always disliked it. But it's just because whenever I would try to play it, it would be like, this feels awful.
Yeah, this isn't.
It's gonna keep feeling awful.
This isn't what I want.
Yeah,
but I think like from like a presentation angle, like I feel like it has like really surprising like high production value on it. Like it is.
Yeah, for sure.
It is a polygonal game, polygonal 3D game that is like pretty well animated in like an anime style, like a lot of like the cutscene direction and stuff, and like for character poses and stuff. Sure. Yeah, it's like I think it succeeds at getting that look down. So if nothing else, I find it intriguing. And I'm always going to be a sucker for ridiculous voice acting, which that game has in spades. So we will see what happens. I mean, like, before any of that, I have to do my zero run of Mega Man X4. I still haven't beat the game as zero yet. So
like ever?
No. Well, earlier this year was the first time I beat the game. Period. Like I had never finished that game. I always got stuck on that Sigma fight.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of easy. That
is how I reacted. It's clipped. with my reaction of finishing the Sigma fight, and my reaction is literally, why did I have such a hard time with this as a kid? Because it's really straightforward. It's extremely straightforward. I think there was something about the scale of it or whatever that just was really, really intimidating. And I don't know, I just got a big like mental block playing it as a kid. Like I was too stressed out. Like that was a very common experience for me. That
actually is a different factor that is kind of gone now, because really, really weird stuff would scare at least me as a kid. I think a lot of people kind of have the same experience. Like I have no doubt that obviously Brave Little Toaster is like a freaky like thing.
Yes, it is
in general, but it wouldn't scare me if I were to watch it now. It would just be like, oh wow, that's weird. It's really weird.
I would tell you what it would do to you. You'd be kind of like, holy shit, this is fucking depressing. It's I watched it.
I would understand a lot more.
Yeah.
And by the way, I never even got like the context of, stuff like American Tail. Zero context. Did not know anything of what it was about. I just thought, oh, funny mice running around. Kind of sad sometimes though.
Right. Not a very obvious metaphor.
Mousekowitz? Really?
Yeah.
Like, okay. That's like very, very, very obvious.
Yes.
Like I did not. I had no context for that in my head as a kid. Especially not Watership Down. Holy. Like that. Well, okay. All of this stuff is like stuff that is generally disturbing in some ways, but there are people who were probably scared looking at Thomas the Tank Engine, like just because it looks freaky. I think Sid always scared me.
You're describing why
weird shaped person.
You're describing why mascot horror is a thing in the first place. Like that
exactly.
It is because just kind of like this used to scare me as a kid. I would scream when Barney came on. It was like
Chuck E. Cheese. Like some iterations of that.
Yeah, some of them.
It's so
bonkers. Yeah, it's very. Yeah, there are definitely things like that from my childhood. I remember there was an episode. Well, this is probably a bad example because it wasn't a thing for kids. I don't remember getting freaked out by stuff that was made for kids. I was definitely getting freaked out by stuff that was like for adults, but like my parents were chill with me watching. For some reason, it was okay to watch like horror movies and stuff like that. But anything with like any sex or too much swearing, that was an absolutely not. But anyway, let's sit down and let's watch like all of these like classic horror movies. And I remember we used to watch X-Files, and there is an episode of the X-Files that deals with something with a monster that they colloquially know as the Fluke. Like Fluke is in like a lamprey. That type of thing. So it's like this crazy like lamprey monster that lives in sewers and eats people like through their toilets. I
feel like I've heard somebody talking about this.
It may have been me.
Well. Might have been you.
As a kid, there was a moment in that episode still fucked me up as an adult. there is a moment in that episode where they have the monster captured, and they have it like in like a room or whatever, and there's a little window into the room that Scully and Mulder are looking through, and there's no music, there's no anything, there's nothing to like prepare you for the moment. They don't telegraph it at all. But they just kind of like look through the window, and then we get a shot of them like outside the door again and talking, and then they look through again, and then it's outside the door again. And then they look through the third time, and all of a sudden it's just like a full on like close up of this horrible squirming blood-covered teeth monster. and I remember,
I mean, that sounds scary.
I remember running from the room, seeing that as a kid. It absolutely horrified me, and that stuck with me for decades, like literally stuck with me forever.
I mean,
And
that
then
sounds pretty fair to me.
and then during lockdown, I started rewatching X-Files, and I got to that episode, and I didn't even blink at it. It was just kind of like, oh, that's kind of a goofy looking monster now that I look at it, but
I think the context removed is like when you see imagery like that nowadays, you think of the production and you think of how it's made, and you think of like, oh, I wonder how they did that. Oh, it's like, huh, that's an interesting looking prosthetic that they probably used in that moment. Or I wonder if that was CG, or it's like, oh, that CG was bad, or whatever. It's just like you've seen so much behind the scenes everything that it's hard to look at things just completely objectively. And I have something to segue into about that.
Okay.
But you better start up the game first.
All right, that's a good idea.
Because it involves a movie that I recently watched. And you know how that
is. I do know how that is. You're absolutely right. Let's get the game up so that we can ignore that. And then just have this conversation anyway.
Yeah. We can at least pretend to be in the illustrious dragon category.
So give the audience something to look at.
Yeah.
I will say before you segue into your thing that you're absolutely right about that kind of like being exposed to certain things then just makes you curious about the process and less of the impact at a certain point. Because also growing up, like my family used to do haunted houses. Like they would, so much of my life growing up was like watching my dad and his brothers, building skeleton effects and building like a mirror that lied at a weird angle so that my mom could look like she had the body of a spider, like there were a lot of moments like that. And so even as I was getting like freaked out by things, I was seeing the other half of the equation.
Yeah.
And now that I do, theater and animation and stuff, now I basically can't enjoy anything because all I do is just look and wonder how they did that. How did this work? Oh, how did they come up? Oh, that's an interesting effect. I'd love to see how they put that together,
It does put you on a side of enjoying things that is a little different. It's not like it's not enjoying it. It's just a different way, I would say.
I think
it's not the way that a kid would unless they were already, interested in that specific side.
True,
of it.
But it's also not the way that
also not the way you're meant to.
Most people enjoy things,
Yeah.
Like
you're not supposed to.
I'm pounding all these buttons and the mirror's not working. The mirror's supposed to warp you, isn't it?
Uh-oh.
Or am I just not standing on the center? Oh no, you don't need the mirror to do the warps. You should just be able to just walk on it, I thought.
Uh-oh.
We definitely used this warp point before.
Did we? I mean,
I thought
this game has had some stuff standing like in very specific spots.
Yeah. I'm gonna try approaching it from the actual road.
Yeah. It could be. I think you have to pass through those two or something. We have definitely used one.
It's not like a different.
Uh-oh.
All right.
This is a good sign.
Yeah, great. We are 2 minutes into this. Fuck. All right. Well, I guess go into your segue, and I'm gonna start hoofing it over to.
Well,
I'm gonna hoof it over somewhere.
I mean, so the thing that I was thinking of is like something like if I had watched Hateful Eight as a kid, I think I would have been so engaged in that story that I would have been really sad when the characters died in certain ways.
Yeah.
Because I mean, obviously, yeah, the whole point is that they're horrible people, but it's like,
right.
I think as a kid, I wouldn't really have as much perspective of that. I would just be shocked by the, seeing the gore or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw it recently, and a few days ago or whatever, right. I mostly just thought like, I wonder how they did that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just like, I think my level of distraction has also very much changed as a kid, because I would have probably, turned all of the lights off.
You would have sat there with your eyes glued to the screen.
Yeah. But I was just like, looking up from like 4 different screens.
Right.
While like looking up at the movie sometimes.
Every so often checking on this 4-hour.
Yeah. I mean, I was engaged. I did like the movie to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, I mostly thought, though, like, what would I have thought of as a kid? And I think I would have really, really hated it, actually. Because I think all of those shocking moments would have just made me scared and like angry.
Yeah,
or like,
I can no longer trust movies anymore.
Yeah. And I guess too, I was also remembering that a movie that I saw that scared me as a kid was Blade, like the opening scene of Blade.
Oh, sure.
And so it's just like, if I watch that now, that's like really tame, practically. It's like par for the course vampire hunter movie type stuff. And you've just seen so many more things that it's not that it's not special. It's just you start drawing comparisons.
Yeah, it takes more and more stuff to like move the needle.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, it like lit up.
Yeah, it did light up, and I don't remember what the trick is to using the warp spots.
Uh-oh. I thought it lit up.
We've definitely used these before.
We have.
We've definitely used these before. What the fuck?
All right. So do you have to activate it first from the city?
Maybe?
Do you have to like travel out from the city first?
To then use it?
To then use it? What point? That's so weird. I could only imagine that's what it is. I mean, let me just check to make sure.
Well, the good news is that you do kind of hoof it across. Like, we're already more than halfway across the world, so we're basically at Kazdra anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And there's definitely a warp point there that we have used. Like we
yeah, for sure. Yeah, maybe that is it. You just have to go from the building to the warp point to activate it. Because we were just walking out of the towns after. We weren't really using the warp points.
Double check here that I do want to go.
But no,
yeah, because if we go through this cave, it'll take us into Uja, I believe. Uju.
But no, that was indeed my first Tarantino movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think I briefly went over what it was that I thought about it. Am I like too old for them now? Like, because I'm just trying to think, like, who was this for? Or am I too? It's so strange. I feel like it was a strange experience for a number of reasons, because for one, I already knew it wasn't exactly my kind of movie.
Right.
But I appreciated stuff about the narrative. I think that was done really well. And there was an engaging little mystery type thing going on. But it's so, I don't know. I can't pinpoint just the part. I think that, okay, it does go to what we were talking about earlier, because I cannot help but see behind the curtain, thinking about the people, or rather the person who wrote this. I can't stop thinking about him. And I really wish that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
Because I used to not care who made a movie. And not in like a rude way of like not wanting to give them credit for it. It's more like if I were to go to see a movie, I used to not know who George Lucas was.
Right. You want to watch a movie on its own terms.
Exactly.
Completely removed from any outside information or.
Yeah, and it's just impossible to do that for the most part, unless I were genuinely just like shuffling movies in some sort of fashion of like just trying to find something to watch. But I don't really do that with movies. I don't. Usually it is very, very intentional what is happening when I'm going to watch a movie. Somebody will have told me to go watch it. I'll be like, okay, I'll go find wherever you're supposed to do to watch the stupid thing, rent it or whatever, spend like $4, and then I'll watch it once. And that's it. But there are times in which I just can't turn off directors and actors and writers and everything.
Yeah.
I see the strings too much. I don't know.
Yeah, well, and I think that's a totally fair thing. I think. See, I'm in the very like unenviable position now to like defend Quentin Tarantino, which
your move
is it's less of a defense and more of I would say that Tarantino is a difficult one to want to have that viewing experience with.
Yeah.
Because his style is that, right? Like and I will say that somebody who enjoys his stuff, he's extremely self-indulgent. You know, like all of his movies are very they're all very referential. They are self-referential. They are hyper aware of like what the cool thing would be. And it is hard to watch. It is hard to watch a movie. Yes, thank you, J-Dub. It's hard because his cinema persona is as much of a director. Exactly. His movies are that. They are his movies. So it is impossible to not watch a Tarantino movie and not know that he made it. Because there are so many of like he is in every frame, sometimes literally. he is in every part of that experience. So it's not like I'm trying to think of like a Darren Aronofsky is like somebody who makes very specific and crazy and weird movies, but they all do feel distinct from one another. You know, Black Swan does not feel like Requiem for a Dream, and neither of those feel like Mother. You know,
I feel like the last director, and I hate having to say director that I watched. I watched a movie, so it's like so the last movie that I watched by this director, Guy Ritchie.
Oh, okay.
I felt like it was the Sherlock one.
Okay.
And it was more interesting there to me because I felt like I didn't get that sense until the action was happening. Like, so that was the point in which like, that's
right, it's him.
Oh, yeah. So this is the point in which I understand that it's like, okay, everything else about this was just like feeling relatively normal and within the like confines of the setting. And then once it got to the action, it's like, oh, this is crazy. So it's like, oh, this is the part where I like am coming face to face with like a guy
with who this guy is
that I don't know, who's looking at me and saying,
pretty cool, isn't it?
Like, okay. It's like, all right, sure. I guess that does that now.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't find that to be like an unpleasant thing necessarily. It's just a thing that I can't turn off. And I think the part of Tarantino that why is it not working?
Oh, wait. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
So this one works.
Okay.
I don't know where this is taking us. I'm hoping to Castra.
Oh, the snowy plate? I don't know. I think that's the Castra music. Possibly.
By the way, I didn't touch shit.
I mean,
it just started working.
Into it?
It just started working. It can't be that you walk backwards into it.
You have to walk backwards into it?
It can't be that.
Got a backdash on it?
I do not accept that.
Okay.
All right, so this shot us a little northwest of where we want to be.
But yeah, I think my issue is like, I imagined if I had some sort of specific issue with the movie that I was watching when I was watching Hateful Eight, I would be met with somebody arguing with me about it, and it started to annoy me because I would just like start imagining like, oh, I didn't like that part, and then having some like big sweaty person being like, no, you don't understand, this is done this way because of this and with this. And it's just like, I don't care. I was recommended to watch this movie so that I could appease a coworker. Like, that is literally why I'm
big
watching
sweaty guy.
Like, it's just like, do I have to be that into? I'm not into movies. I don't know if you understand this or not.
I've started piecing it together. Movies. Yeah.
Really.
Based on conversations we've had, and
I like them,
and literally the sheer volume of times you've told me those exact words before.
Yes. I don't like them.
By the way, I'm grinding for money
by
here.
Default. Yeah.
Because I think we need like 1,000 for the next.
Ooh.
So I'm hoping that these guys drop. Okay, there we go.
Oh, there you go.
Answered my prayer immediately.
But yeah, like.
I love the idea of being turned off by a movie because you may one day have to argue with somebody about it.
See, it's just funny though, because it's like, I knew the exact reason that I was doing this is because I agreed to watch a movie. They agreed to watch a movie. Mm-hmm. I knew they wouldn't. They didn't.
Oh, what a dick.
So I knew that I had to be the one to start it so that they would feel bad.
Right. You have to guilt them into it. Guilt them into action.
Exactly. And I listened to the music album that they also suggested. And they did not listen to the music album.
Get them on two.
So it's like, oh, so yeah, I did this to be up to on this person.
Some enemies, come on.
Oh no, I think they're all gone. I mean, you killed them.
I was hoping I would just like wander into some instead of having to
I don't think the place does that unless it's like a big dungeon.
Yeah.
But no, it's like I have no doubt that Hateful Eight is a good movie. But whether or not
you don't have to doubt it one way or the other. You watched it. How do you feel about it?
Well, yeah, it's just like how I feel about it is more important to me than whether or not it's good.
Yeah.
So, how I felt about it is, it was an experience.
So non-committal.
It was an experience.
It is a thing. It is an activity that I participated in, and it passed time.
All of that preamble is just for me to say that I definitely watched it. And that's about all I think about it. And so the fact that very thing could annoy someone, that I'm not like so into it or so in love with it or not wanting to join the Tarantino fan club afterwards, it just makes me think like cult of personality stuff is really, really scary. It really is. Because if that's the guy whose personality you enjoy so much, then oh boy.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting.
So now that you have said all that, I will. What I'll say is that I can and have been that guy in the past.
I believe it.
And honestly, I could be that guy in this moment if I wanted to be. But I feel a really important lesson that I learned is that those kind of conversations are only fun if the other person is willing to engage in it. It's no fun. If I sit here and like start like berating you about why you were wrong to not like a thing, no one wins.
I mean, you know exactly what I'm going to bring up too. So you know that there's nothing you can say to that either.
Right. Well, yeah. And if you, that's the thing. And when we were talking about like that other movie, I feel like I prefaced it in such a way, that was like, here's the perspective that I'm coming from with this. But it was not in the, but not in the not in the mission to like change your opinion on it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I think that's maybe like the key difference is that I love discussing movies. I love talking about movies and film and story, and like I will talk about it all day, every day, until the sun goes out.
Yeah.
But because I want to have like passionate and engaging conversation, not because I want to be like the right one.
Yeah. For sure.
And what's it's funny because so my friend Ben, he's my best friend. We run, a theater company together. There's basically no one on this planet that I trust more than him.
Right.
We have the things that we agree on, we really, really agree on when it comes to things of like taste. Mm-hmm. The things we disagree on, we really fucking disagree on. and one
can be fun sometimes.
And one of those things is, and I mean this at like a fundamental level, is movies.
Right.
He and I share there's basically no crossover in our movie tastes. Not that's being a little reductive, but for the most part, he wants movies to be, he enjoys movies that are very feel good, that tell like uplifting stories, that are fun to watch, that are fun action movies, like he enjoys that. He wants to watch, he will watch 1,000 Robert Zemeckis character studies, before he will sit down and watch any one horror movie.
Right.
That's him. I am the one who tells him things like Hereditary is not my favorite horror movie. It is one of my favorite movies, period. And he thinks I'm fucking crazy because why would anyone enjoy something like that? Like it's so, it's so intense and it's so, it's so angry, and he doesn't think that the performances in that movie are very good because he doesn't enjoy those kinds of stories and that kind of tone and emotion in his movies. Whereas I do not want to watch a bunch of kind of like fluff, I like movies, I've talked before, like I am totally like an art house, like film snob. Like I want art to be challenging and weird, and I want it to have 1,000 different interpretations. I want I want that stuff. I find that stuff interesting, but for the same reason that we kind of talked about earlier with like the X-Files thing, where because I think about what was the psychology behind making this? What was this director trying to say? What were the people who, these actors who are clearly like going through some shit, but they are still acting. So like, what does this look like when the cameras turn off? And what was that process like? What were the conversations? You know, like I find that stuff very, very interesting and very exciting to talk about. If you ask me what happened in the latest Marvel movie, I'm going to spit in your face because I don't care, you know? But for that reason, he and I do not sit around and really talk about movies all that much, you know, because I I value our friendship for one, and two, obviously not that argument about movies would ever bring our friendship into question, but he and I are not going to be able to engage in that conversation on the same level.
Yeah, because just if you already know that it's established that
we have fundamentally different tastes in what we look for.
Yeah, exactly.
In our entertainment. So much as I would love to sit down and talk with him about this kind of stuff, I know that we are so diametrically opposed on so many of these things from just like a basic enjoyment standpoint that conversation, it's not going to be fun for either of us. Yeah, it's going to be us doing the thing where we kind of like fake yell at each other for a really long time. And we do that already. So why would we do it? Why do it on things that, you know, we know we're never going to convince the other one of the other side of it.
Exactly. I think it's definitely the difference between like arguing with a friend, arguing with a family member, and arguing with a YouTube comment. Like it's like
a child.
Some of this,
you mean a child?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just like some of the stuff you understand that they're gonna be coming from an entirely different place, even just like in their life, where if they said something in a certain way already about it, it's like you can already tell.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, like you already know how little I
engage with movies ever.
Yeah. It's just not my. But at the same time, I understand stories, and so I can get into a story. So even if I'm being flippant about like the movie itself and the delivery of things, certain dialogue or whatever, I do definitely appreciate the story that he was trying to tell. And I think a particularly interesting part to me was that the destination didn't matter. And it wasn't.
Yeah.
At no part was it disappointing because they didn't get to Red Rock. It was like, oh, they're just left off in whatever way they're left off.
Yes.
I thought that was a good ending to the movie.
And that is that is a very kind of like, I guess spoilers for every Tarantino movie, you know, that is kind of a running through line of a lot of his stories. Yeah. Is not necessarily happy endings, simply endings, you know, and they do not necessarily always end up with like, and then everything worked out and they made it to where they were expecting to make it, you know, like.
Yeah. I still don't even know if that guy was lying or not. I really don't. And I guess the point overall is like, it doesn't matter. Whatever happened, happened.
Yeah.
And like, they're left how they're left.
Mm-hmm.
They were all very, very happy and safe at the end.
Right.
Of course. And
yeah.
Boy, did I disagree with that. But in general, like stuff like that would not have, I think that would have bothered me as a kid, but I understood it now. And so it's just interesting to go back and think that there's like a whole other set of movies that I'm definitely not going to watch, that are kind of like that everybody's into. Like, I definitely try and come from the standpoint of like, imagining somebody who's into this guy's movies already, watching this for the first time, that makes me pretty happy because they were probably over the moon. Like, oh, this is the coolest thing ever. And so you can put yourself in the headspace to really enjoy just about anything.
Sure.
And I guess for me, I care enough about the coworker to think like this is going to be a fun conversation with him the next time I talk. Because,
sure. Yeah.
You know, he was gushing over the movie himself, telling his favorite parts of it, and I can hit the ball back with that.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sitting here having this conversation with him at work, like in a freezer cutting vegetables. Like I was just having my favorite part of it was when he said that thing, and like when they were doing the thing at the end, and it's like, yeah. And so I knew that having that conversation would then make him go feel bad about it and then try and watch RRR. Because we had a really fun conversation. And it's like, oh, maybe we can talk about this.
We can do this more often if I ever watch some of the things you tell me about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's just, these are the things that I have to bend over backwards to do in order to enjoy being at work, is what I'm trying to say. And so the purpose of movies overall is not for entertainment, but actually just utility.
It's to
it's conversational utility.
Yeah, it's to pass time during other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that's totally fair. Yeah,
I mean, yeah. That's just me though.
Yeah. I will say that Tarantino is a director, is one of the directors where I will never, ever try to convince somebody who's not into what he does.
Right. Yeah.
Because his style is so specific, and it takes a certain type of nerd like me, you know, to understand where a nerd like him is coming from, you know, and stuff like that. And there are some directors who, and this is another thing that I actually respect, is like there are directors who don't make movies for everybody.
Yeah.
And I think that is completely valid. I think people should make the art that they want to make. And
I think, okay, this actually goes back to something that I think we left off as like a loose conversational thread.
Conversational teaser.
Yeah. You seemed surprised that I said that Life is Strange was a masterpiece, and that sort of stuck with me a little bit.
Oh yeah,
because it's definitely not for you.
Yeah,
and it's definitely not for me technically. But it's like,
so you're saying that now you do understand why I said what?
Yeah, but it's more in the case of like. There's nothing, if you really just look at the elements of it, it's not going to be something that affects you as much if you're already, behind the weeds looking at who wrote this, who did this, who acted this way, who did this. But for me, I think the time in which that I saw it, and even just like recently watching others play it again and stuff like that, their experiences and responses to it are almost as important as the story itself.
Sure.
And so it's one of those things where it's like, I think Life is Strange being a good stream game is actually part of what makes it a masterpiece in a way.
Sure.
It's like a weird whole experience kind of thing, where now you can't really just look at a game. Like if I were to just play it myself, I already know all the story beats and stuff. I wouldn't be sitting there like, man, it was so worth it to experience that in a very, very specific way. Yeah. Myself. It would just be more like, oh, I remember when this part happens. I can't wait to see them see this part or whatever. It's like there's all these.
Sorry to interrupt real quick. There was a weird music. There was a weird music trill that happened, and now it threw these higher level enemies at me, and I'm very much not. I did not wander into the swamp. We're still in the area outside Kasdra. Is it
just a secret fight?
I don't know if it's a secret fight or just maybe there's a 1 in 100 chance that's and then sometimes you'll just be fucked.
I mean, you're doing fine, but it's like,
yeah, it wasn't
interesting. That was way more.
It was just weird. Yeah, it was just weird that it just called out. Wait,
no, never mind. You just walked in.
Did I actually wander into the swamp and not know it?
Yeah, you did.
We're totally in.
Don't you hear the music change?
The music changed as we went into the fight, so I thought it was like a specific like call out tone or something. I thought it was like, oh, you triggered a thing.
Oh no, I remember the beginning of this song. It would sound like that. Okay. That's funny.
Never mind. Anyway, yeah. Life is Strange. I'm gonna turn around and get out of here.
I mean, if you're really wanting to grind, you can probably do it right there. But
actually, that's not bad. I guess I could just work. Well, so now that because I hit the guy, I got the health upgrade in Kazuya, so we just know that we can always go back to Mirage and get that last one. He's not gonna move. So I guess let's go ahead and just make our way through the swamp.
Yeah, I feel
it is the next part of the game, so we might as well.
Yeah, let's start it up. It's very. I still remember that this song is like. It's a little shorter than some of the others.
Is it?
That's for sure. Yeah, there it is. Party loop.
that is a bit of a short loop.
It's a feeling. Are you out again?
Okay.
What are you? Okay.
Okay. If you follow the main, if you follow the main road, it just U-turns you out of the swamp.
Yeah. It's very convenient.
It's like, you don't want to be here.
They had roundabouts back in the day.
Yeah, because where we started when we snuck into the swamp before was in that far, like that top right corner.
Mm.
When we accidentally wandered into it.
Right.
I guess we'll just head for that temple. There are upgrades for like the lightning ring hanging out in here. I read a little bit.
Oh, like in caves and stuff?
Yeah.
You gonna do all that?
I think the thing that we should track down is the large bag.
Oh.
Which will let us carry more of everything.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to have that as an option to carry, because we can carry up to 5 potions if we do that.
Okay. I can look into that.
I think a point about, while you're looking at that, I think a point about the Life is Strange thing is, I think there are two. It's funny that you bring up the thing about how like watching other people play it in like a streaming I can't think of the fucking word.
Environment?
Context.
Context.
Watching it in a streaming context, like, adds to its quality, because I think that's valid, but I also think that is part of why I personally don't see it, because I am speaking to its quality from the perspective of just the game as itself.
But see, I think the same thing happens with movies a lot, because there's a lot of people who are like, we get the same 4 people to go watch a movie experience in a theater, and it's just as much about like the discussion on the way there with your buddies about the movie and the discussion on the way back, where like the whole day ends up kind of factoring in, rather than just like, I went to go see this movie alone in the theater so I could lock in and just only watch the movie and only think about how I think about the movie.
Right.
Like if I'm watching stuff with people, it's like I tend to think about it a little differently. When I actually had this experience a few times, because I know I'm talking about a very normal human experience here, like it's alien, but but still, it's like when I watched the trilogy that came out recently with Star Wars, the second movie in that one, I forgot the name. I think it was The Last Jedi. Okay, yeah, I watched The Last Jedi one time with my stepdad and my sister, and my mom. And the second time that I watched it in theaters, I watched it with my dad. Now, my dad has a very, very, like, do you really have to back into those?
I think you just have to stand still until it turns blue.
Oh, so you were just moving too much?
I guess.
Oh.
Because where is this going to spit us out now? This is the Casio music, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there was a warp to the...
I don't get it.
I walked backwards and it immediately warped me. Son of a bitch.
Do you actually have to walk backwards?
I don't know.
That is interesting.
Wait for it.
I mean, it's working.
Let it turn blue, then take 2 steps backwards. Classic warp zone behavior.
All right. Well.
All right.
Very cool.
Yeah. So Star Wars with stepdad.
Yeah, Star Wars with stepdad and family and all that. It was definitely like a more positive viewing experience, but I definitely remember my dad scoffing at things that were in the movie, and his overall like conversation about it at the end sort of made me think about a few more things about it. And obviously, groups of different people having different conversations about it. And I think still, even at the time when I was stepping out of the movie with dad, I would still say I liked the movie. But I felt like this little twinge of like, maybe that part wasn't that great. He seemed to very, very specifically lock in on the detail of not liking Luke throwing the lightsaber. And it was just like, why does he care about that so much? And I realized it's because he literally watched the first movie in theaters, like the first Star Wars movie in theaters. And, he has a really deep attachment to it. I wasn't even alive. So, I was more, I think the prequels were more my thing growing up because I think I saw them first.
Okay.
And so my view overall of Star Wars was very different.
That'll certainly color your experience for sure.
Yeah. And so I think the first one I watched in theaters was Revenge of the Sith, actually. So
follow this around and to the right.
It was just like it was a very generational difference kind of thing where he didn't like how Luke was acting because he's very, very used to Luke being like the perfect good guy or whatever and not having any negative feelings whatsoever, even though that's kind of part of the Return of the Jedi.
Except that's his entire character arc.
Literally part of the whole thing that's happening in Return of the Jedi.
The whole point is how everyone is constantly kind of vacillating from light to dark. Yeah.
But that was stuff I was basically also saying to him. It's like, where's this perfect character that you're thinking?
Oh, we need fruit for it? I don't have 50 fruit.
Oh. Where do you even get that?
You have to get it out of the trees of the mountain area, but it's like random chance whether you get them.
Oh.
All right.
Well, that's annoying.
Well, I guess we're never
seems like off-stream stuff.
All right, we're never getting the large bag. Yeah, that's write that down for off-stream activity.
Genuinely, like
Tony, get fruit.
Yeah, to find some fruit. But no, there's definitely perspective of the people coming in. Like it factors in to the day and sort of like makes you think differently about it, or at least makes me think differently about it.
Sure.
I don't know. It's odd. Well, because I think most of the movies that I've watched in the past few years have genuinely been with like VTuber watch-alongs and stuff like that. And so this was one of the only times this year that I've just like sat and watched a movie. I mean, I was doing other things, obviously, but just sitting and thinking about it and having my own opinion. Sometimes it will blank my mind out because there's not a person sitting there with their emotions dialed up to 10. Extra temple?
That's where I was trying to go. I keep getting... The roads are betraying me.
Oh, so you think you're like...
It's like, this is
actually laid out, not confusing.
Yeah, it's like, this is the way to go. And then it's like, no, we didn't show you this part on the map where where the road actually does a flip.
Ah, right.
This river is not on the map. It shouldn't be here. So, you know.
I mean... Yeah, makes sense.
So,
are you sure you're on the right map?
Yeah, totally. It shows us. Okay. That arrow wouldn't be there if we weren't.
Right.
Because earlier I was too far north. Because we weren't showing up on the map at all.
Okay. But yeah, it's definitely... See, I am a person whose emotions are very constantly at a 0.1. And there's people who leave them at a 10. And, you know, obviously...
That's why we collab so well together.
Yeah, it definitely, you know, ping-ponging off of each other all the time. But if I'm just sitting and doing something by myself, I'm not talking. Mm-hmm. I'm not laughing. Or not. It just depends. But
I'm not emoting. I'm not blinking. I'm not breathing.
But it's like, if it's for nobody, then I'm not doing it. Sometimes. Like,
oh my fucking god!
Genuine.
I blasted past it again.
Ow! Are you like suddenly walking faster?
I don't know.
Nowhere. That is odd. But yeah, if it's for, I mean, I guess that's not really the right way to put it. I'm
gonna go investigate this cave because I can't find this fucking temple. I keep doing circles around it, and I'm getting upset. Sorry, I'm keeping my emotions at a 10. So.
Yeah, of course. You know, you're streaming and all that. But yeah, it's like, it is a strange state of being to be in, I think, but it's just kind of how I am. So I try not to let it bother me in any sort of way that sometimes things don't get me. But I will also sit here and like,
son of a bitch. Oh, these guys are kicking my ass. I gotta get out of here.
Ooh.
Oh, there's so many more. Oh, there's so many more. Okay. Oh, and lock the doors. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Maybe
get me out of here.
Maybe you gotta use a long range weapon. I don't know. Stay away from those guys.
I'm less worried about the weapon type and just more of the fact that I did no damage to that guy.
Oh,
like we've seen that before, where it's like it doesn't really matter which weapon you pick. It's like if your level is too low, you're not going to touch him.
Yeah, it is very, very straightforward with the stats in this game. Yeah. If you are too low, you will die.
You will die,
and you will not hurt anything. Everything will hurt you. So I'm sure we'll get there. But. For whatever I've extended this very short point out to, it's like, yes, everyone feels more emotions than I do. However, if something really gets me, then it really gets me. So that's the reason why I keep like screaming at people to watch RRR, because I was doing streamer reaction to myself in my room involuntarily at that movie. It's like,
and if a movie can make you, if something can make you feel that way, then you know it means something. You know it's meaningful.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah,
and I was sitting up there like earlier today, playing the Ark Knight story, crying. Like, it's just like, there's stuff in there that I feel like what I hate so much about that is like, there's so many people who will never respect that as a game purely because of the the way that it's presented, and it's like maddening because it's one of the absolute masterpieces of this age.
I'm gonna mute my mic here for a second. I think I'm gonna.
It's just like genuinely like so annoyed that it had to be a gacha game. It just had to, I guess, to them. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I mean, for me, it's less than a gacha game, just more just the kind of game it is. Period.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who don't like tower defense games. I guess. Ooh, but I don't know. It's just like, and then also they don't read the dialogue either. So you literally just have to read what is happening, and the moments where voices happen are just like, emphatic moments or whatever. But it's just they write so much dialogue, and they make it so long. In each event that that they do not have the resources to voice all of that, and it just makes me upset because the way in which the story could be presented, I wish people could understand, but they won't, and that's fine. And that's how somebody feels about Hateful Eight, I'm sure. I'm sure they're going to bat for it. I mean, there's probably like smaller movies or whatever that people actually would have to defend, because I think that's the other part. It's like when somebody has a big enough name, it's like you can do something like, say, this is Quentin Tarantino's 8th movie.
Yeah.
At the beginning, and it's like, all right.
Yeah, cool. But I mean, but the difference there, and this is actually a reason why. So this is I finally fucking found it. Oh my god. Okay.
Nice.
So this is the thing that I have not revealed yet, which was I didn't really enjoy Hateful Eight all that much.
I mean, I think you alluded to that a little bit.
And it was because of things like that. It was because of the person who put the title card saying in the movie Quentin Tarantino's eighth movie was Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
He did that.
Yeah.
And
so it's impossible.
And it's
to not do it.
Yeah. And for a director who is already so self-indulgent all the time with everything, stuff like that gets on my nerves, because it's like, okay, come on, man. Like,
yeah.
It is. And this is going to be a lot of like the former Catholic in me, like bringing up just like certain things, but I always struggle with like that line between like being proud of yourself and of your work and knowing like what you are worth, and also being like a like a presumptive blowhard narcissist. There was a line, like there was a line, and I struggle with knowing what that line is. I struggle with that constantly. Like, is this me being excited about a thing, or is this me being self-aggrandizing? Right. like am I proud of this work, or am I proud that I just exist and no one else can do this? It is that.
Are you proud of the work, or are you proud that you did it?
Right. Yeah.
Or like, it's just like, it doesn't matter what it is, or does it matter that you did it? It's like, I haven't exactly wrestled with that too much personally, because I'm too busy trying to figure out what I want to do in general.
Sure.
Like, that is the constant state of being of just like, what do I want to do next? But being able to settle on something and get really good at it, it is its own reward. But I think the part that rubs me the wrong way about seeing a director viewed that way is that I know, everyone knows, by the way, but really, okay, everyone is supposed to know that a movie is not made by one person. Everyone's supposed to know that. But you could swear that it was made by one person by the way that people talk about movies.
Oh yeah, that's
kind of why I don't want to know, and I don't really care about the director, because yes, they were the orchestrator or whatever, but those tubas were blowing hard back there. You could hear them. Like it's not just one instrument. It's an orchestra.
Yeah.
For everything. Like,
hey, I don't want to get us off track on this conversation because I am enjoying it. I don't know what to do next because there is no way across this water. So whatever.
Okay. Let me see what it says.
Start looking. Should be the area called Swamp Crawling, maybe.
That sounds about right. It sounds like what you're doing. Hold on, let me get to it. Oh, that's just the table of contents. Cool. Heart of the swamp. Wait. Playing games in the swamp? Why can I not use a simple table of contents? Exploring the swamp. How about that?
This guy just offered me a potion for 10 fruit and then said he's totally serious.
Okay.
I fuck this guy. I'm going to burn this tree when I leave.
What?
Why does everybody want fucking fruit?
Is it just like nobody wants to get paid? Like, we have a money system.
Yeah.
I thought that was enough.
You go north enough and it's just the fruit economy.
Okay. Okay. Let me see.
It's so typical. I end up in this game, Silicon Valley, and I'm surrounded by crypto bros. Everybody wants fruit.
We're mining fruit over here. Potion traders, lightning power. Yeah. The police. What?
There's been a drive-by fruiting.
I turned the stream off. Let's see. Okay, it's saying there's a place called Wet Cavern, but I feel like that's the place that you went and got beat up and left.
That was the Jade Mine.
Oh.
Jade Mine was where we got our ass kicked.
Oh, okay.
So I'm happy. I am happy to go to Wet Cavern. Wet Cavern? Wet Cave? What?
Cavern? It says there's a heart container in there.
Those are useful.
Where is it on the map, though? Let me see. Hey, it seems to be on the western part. Oh, you're like right in front of it.
Oh, really? That worked out.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, shit.
Wow. Wandering is crazy.
An infinite number of streamers with an infinite number of typewriters.
Well, I guess that's Wet Cavern.
Hey.
Hey.
Look at us. Ouch.
What?
Was I not supposed? That's my treasure box. Don't touch it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, he's not gonna let me. I thought that he would. All right, I'm gonna exit and go back inside and then actually talk to him, which is what I should have done in the first place.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like this game is very specifically calling out Zelda for some reason.
Well, I don't know why that guy sounded like Conan O'Brien, but that's an interesting choice for the VA work there.
Now you've said that, and I'm not gonna be able to summon it again.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Oh, he sounds like Jay Leno now.
What's this? Young warrior wannabe? Take a look at this. This is something. Look at that. What kind of look at that on your face? And then the studio audience goes, "Oh, did I hurt your feelings?" Not a bit. I am not at all insecure. Just as I thought. You're a charlatan, coward, wimp. Fuck this guy.
What is wrong with this
What
guy?
is going on?
What is he doing?
What the fuck fuck is this video game all of a sudden? Everything
Why is he heckling us?
Everything turned weird. It was such a standard fantasy story, and now it's like you have to pay for it in fruit, a thing that you would never encounter in the game unless you knew where to look for it. Also, everyone's rude, and then this guy gives you weird double bluff questions.
I do not know what's wrong with him.
Okay, I'm gonna say yes. You hurt my feelings. You're only a pup. What makes you think you deserve to wear warrior's armor? I wager you can't even destroy 100 demons.
Oh, we've definitely.
I'll bet my treasure on it. Are we about to fight 100 enemies in a row?
No, wait. Hold on, let me look.
What the fuck?
Let's see. The wet cavern. Wait, what?
He just said you can't have this unless you defeat 100 demons. So I sped through it. I apologize. How dare you open the chest without killing 100 demons? Have you become a thief now? Well, perhaps it suits you better. Oh, okay. So is it now expecting me to go kill 100 enemies?
Yeah, it's starting from now.
Oh,
so now
so all the grind
100 encounters in
100 encounters?
100 encounters.
Not just individual enemies.
100 encounters.
1. Okay,
no, it says 100 enemies found in random encounters. So.
Okay. That's a little more manageable. What's the thing to do after Wet Cavern? Because fuck that.
Yeah.
We'll go check in with Wet Cavern at the end of the stream, but I am not. All I've been doing is wandering around grinding random encounters.
Mm-hmm. So we can do that.
So help me God if it's like the key to the temple is in the Wet Cavern chest.
Well, no. Thank goodness. Let's see.
And now there's no random
wait, hold on.
Here.
Hold on. Go back.
Go back to where?
You can bomb the corner. They finally
in the cavern
that you can bomb. Yeah.
It is calling out Zelda.
Yeah. They finally remembered.
All right. So we have found literally the second part of the game where you use bombs.
Yeah. It's
the first part wasn't even on stream.
Even the walkthrough was calling it out, saying like, though bombs have been pretty useless up until now, they will start to become a regular tool for reaching new areas within dungeons. So just now.
You have 99 left.
He has a count.
All right, at least he keeps count. All right, okay.
Weren't there 2 enemies in that encounter though?
No, there's just the one. There's just the one lizard man.
All right.
At least they gave him a counter, like silver linings and all that.
Good for them.
Oh, one of these fuckers. Oh, good, 2 of them. Oh, 3. Oh, 4. Oh, it's a whole party of these guys.
I mean,
all right, they're all dead. They're all dead now. They did no damage to me. They're all dead. Whoop.
Well, this part seems pretty easy. They're the ones who just like emote at you.
Yeah. Whoop. Oh, come on.
That is such a specific, annoying way to deal with spikes.
Mm-hmm.
To make you just backdash on them.
Okay.
But yes. 1,000 jade.
All right, and just like that, we have enough money for the last buyable health upgrade at least.
Yep.
I guess we're going back to Mirage.
I mean, if you really want to.
I don't know.
I will not stop you.
I don't know that we have to do that right now.
Yeah.
All right.
It'll be.
Did those encounters?
No,
it has to be random encounters. Jesus Christ.
Not ones inside dungeons.
Can you just tell me what's in the chest? Can you just tell me what we get if we do that?
It's another heart container.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
All right, so it is actually something useful. All right.
Yeah.
Good to know. Well, we're about to hit level 30.
You'll be there in no time, I'm sure.
Yeah, eventually.
Not today.
No, not today.
not today.
Once again, I
Perhaps
think we've been going. How long have we been going?
There's no way.
We've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. We still done
incredible.
nothing. How are we so bad at this?
Is that just a running theme
We're
now?
so bad at this.
Well, okay.
This
Well,
wasn't the case.
if you're...
We got through Mega Man X8 and Draken in 3 streams each, right?
Right.
Like, why is this? Why Dragon View? Why Dragon View impossible to stay on task?
So, I think here's what's going on. We keep scheduling these very far apart from each other. And so this is going to take into early 2025. But, you know,
we should do a New Year's stream. We should do credits on Dragon View roll at midnight. And we'll schedule it for your midnight first so that when we invariably miss it, we still have 3 more hours to try to hit my midnight.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be fighting Giza for 3 hours straight, I think. But no, I
while
just
we discuss the Saw franchise. Or
yeah. So I watched a movie.
Oh, tell me all about it. Hang on, I'm gonna let me pause the game.
So I watched Friday, but that literally is the movie I'm watching next. By the way,
that's okay. I will have nothing. I will have no conversation to have with you on that.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No.
Okay.
I have not.
Well, thank goodness.
I have not seen the Fridays. This might surprise you.
No, it might not.
They're not exactly in my demographic.
yeah. I think you're more the Medea type. I think.
That is the most insulting thing someone has ever said to me.
Oh, but the Christmas one was nice.
You know what's funny is
I've literally never watched one.
Oh, have you not?
No, and I'm not going to. That's my limit, I think.
I think you're fine. I think you're fine.
I think I'm fine too.
I saw Diary of a Mad Black Woman because that was like the one, right?
Right.
That kind of like kicked off the whole thing. And the thing
Never knew that, by the way. Found that out just now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was, well, as far as the movie goes, because I think there were a series of novels or something before that, but that movie was like such like this, like, oh my God, like Tyler Perry is like, he's absolutely hilarious in it and everything. And the thing is like that character, like in that movie, like is funny and is ridiculous and over the top and everything. But that movie's like a total Trojan horse. And I think like all Tyler Perry stories are Trojan horses because it's just like they get you in with funny man in fat suit, and then funny man in fat suit disappears 30% of the way into the movie, and then it's just like really like hard-hitting emotional just trauma. It's just people just going through trauma.
Really?
Diary of a Mad Black Woman is about domestic violence.
Oh,
straight up. Like it is
interesting.
Like, and that movie starts with like references to like No More Wire Hangers and James Taylor chainsawing a couch in half. You know, like it has like all like this goofy shit in it. And then all of a sudden it's just like watching like women being like assaulted, and I think there's a scene involving like a bathtub and like there's like I think like it's like what is it? I think it's like her abusive husband ends up becoming an invalid, and so now she is like dealing. I might be getting all these details wrong. It's been years.
Well, but you could literally say anything at this moment, and I would.
I know you wouldn't. I want to be accurate for you know. But I believe like it's like struggling with like the guilt of like trying to like it's like this person who was abusive, but now I am their caretaker, and how do I resolve these feelings and everything? I think this is what it is. I just remember it being like way too fucking heavy for a character who says things like "call the po-po ho."
I do. Yeah, probably. So it's good to know that I have like now a million more reasons to avoid those movies. Thank goodness. Now I can tell people exactly why I'm not going to watch it.
It feels like super manipulative, like it's very Lifetime movie in that way.
Oh,
like it's
yeah.
you know, it's wild. It's absolutely wild.
See, that's another director name I know that I feel like I wish I didn't, you know? It's like
the director who makes black movies that are safe for white people.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't need to know. I feel like movie could
Voleno, where do I go? What's the next part of the plot?
Right. What are we doing?
What's after Wet Temple?
What are you doing?
What's after Wet Cave?
The wet goopy caverns. Let's see.
I just said you want to watch this.
Reel in your crisis right now.
That's an amazing turn of phrase. Reel in your crisis. We need to sell merch with that.
Okay, so it says Journey to Cruisort. I don't know what that is.
To what?
Cruisort.
Cruisort?
Oh, wait, no, Orusort. Sorry,
Okay.
I just can't read.
Orusort. Well, I know what that is.
Of course, yeah. It's probably a city, I think. A small mining town.
There is a city on the map, but I thought the map was showing us Mirage again. Is this not Mirage over here? Oh, god damn it, these buttons. Is it that little guy?
No, I think that's
Mirage, isn't it?
That's Orusort. Let me see.
Oh,
Let me see what it says. Let me read verbatim because I, for the life of me, cannot.
It's got to be Mirage.
Concentrate. Never mind.
You said you were going to read verbatim and then you hesitated. What? There shouldn't be a pause.
0.01
what?
seconds until I just I tapped out immediately. I'm sorry. I can't read this walkthrough. I hate it so much. We're back here. I'm sorry. I feel like I need to apologize to this person after because they made the most detailed, involved, loving guide to this game ever, and I hate them for it.
We cannot keep resetting the conversation back to the fundamentals of the process of making a walkthrough. We have to progress. We have to progress as a people.
They mentioned its location in the northeast part of the swamp.
Northeast part of the swamp.
To head now. This entire area, however, does not appear on the in-game map and can be very confusing.
All right.
Okay.
We'll just.
Okay.
I don't know if I really want to do this, but I guess I'll just wander around for a while.
Wow.
It's not typically how we do things, but
yeah, usually we know exactly where we're going in every moment.
I was immediately blocked by water.
How have we done 3 streams of all of the things that people cut out of their videos? How is that possible? That is crazy.
We are doing the fucking, is it Higurashi that does what's that infamous anime that did like the
Endless 8
the Endless 8 yeah.
But I think genuinely if you were to compile all of this, we would have so far of this entire playthrough 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Generously.
That's being very generous.
Generously 10 minutes.
I feel like we got so much done in those first 2 streams.
Maybe it's just like a front-loaded game or something.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
know. Possibly, because I feel like we've settled into the routine. We go into a place, we wander around it for the whole time. We find the dungeon eventually, and then, Team Rocket blasting off again. That just seems to be like the format here. So maybe we should just settle into that, and we should
I found a break in the water.
Have a week. Okay. No, here's what we're going to do. We are going to finish this game. we're going to finish this game. We're going to pick a week that is not busy for you. Which, early 2025, I'm sure.
Yep.
But a week that is not busy for you, and we're going to stream twice in 1 week.
Impossible. No one's ever done that.
We're going to stream twice in 1 week.
I just realized I was going in the wrong direction again. I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm crazy. Oh, that seems like a theme almost. But I think we're going to have to do this more often somehow.
Yeah.
I know, obviously, in the weeks coming up, you're probably going to be busy, and then it's going to be Extra Life. That's going to be busy. However, maybe sometime late November, we could try and do this more than one time a week. Do you think that's fair?
I don't think that is the worst idea I have heard.
Okay, because now we understand
the cave's not a town, but the cave is something new. That's for sure.
I think we get the game now. That we understand that if we do this every 2 weeks, we will never escape.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Giza is going to laugh at us.
Giza's never not laughing at us. Okay. All right. All right. Jade Mine, we know for sure is as far east as far as east as we can go.
Yes.
So I'm going to commit that to memory. Is that the mine is east, so that we know to come back in that direction.
The town of Orosort appears to be. Okay, I see the Jade. Warp Star to the lake region? What?
Don't get distracted.
I'm just looking at locations. Sorry. It says Warp Star to the lake region, town of Orosort, Jade Cave, Forest. Why does the map just not say the things? That's frustrating.
Oh, yeah, you're looking at like the ASCII art map that they because it uses like symbols and numbers for
the in-game map is like it's not detailed enough to display all this stuff for some reason.
Where does I'm gonna look too.
Yeah,
maybe if both of us look, that'll accomplish
yeah,
something.
maybe. Sure.
Okay.
I wish I could link you to the page exactly.
G is the warp star. I don't even see the name of the town. I don't even see a town listed on there.
Oh, you're looking at a different part.
I'm looking at the map for Sectra Swamp. Is that not what you're looking at?
I guess not. Oh, no wonder I was very confused about where we were.
Oh my god.
Okay.
All right, exploring the swamp.
Now I'm looking at swamp. Okay, this makes more sense now.
Clear out the swamp. Swamp region extends slightly further than this. However, the area surrounding Orosort can be seen in section 4 below. For convenience, the swamp marshes have been included and are denoted with a tilde on the map below. That is convenient. Thank you. Okay, lightning power. Oh my god, I cannot believe how difficult it is to find stuff in here.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to look up the other walkthrough.
That's fine. I'm fine. Yeah, two-pronged assault on this is fine by me.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
All the hidden locations of the swamp are found a good ways off from the main path. This can be troublesome since most of the swamp is filled with water. Makes it extremely hard to orient yourself and do some meaningful exploration. The best way to go about searching is to begin on the path and deviate from it when near the hidden items. Alright, I'm less worried about leveling up our lightning ring as much as I am about just finding the next goddamn town or whatever.
Yeah, what do we even do?
Alright, large bag, we're skipping that. Potion trader, we found him, we're skipping that. Lightning power, we found him, we're skipping that as well. Wet cavern, we got the jade out of there.
So were we just trying to go to Sectra Temple then?
No, we're trying to do, journey to Orosort. So that is the right area.
Okay.
When you're at Orta Temple, the 4 Dragon Lords advise you to seek help in the town of Orso. Right. There was that thing where the 4 dragon spirits talked to us.
Oh.
You remember that?
No.
It was like the swirling color. Well, it definitely happened.
Oh, wait, no.
They mentioned its location in the northeast part of the map. So this is the place to head for now. The entire area does not appear in map. Okay, this is what you read to me. The map below should help clear things up. Okay, Jade Cave.
Oh, you'd think. Oh, you would think.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're just going to follow. Okay. I need to get back to Jade Cave.
Hey, I don't want to alarm you, but I think you should look at the name of that arrow.
Name of the arrow. We're just going to get off of that. Just going to fire off a couple slurs if that's all right.
Flurry of arrows.
The town's right here. We're standing next.
Oh my God. Okay.
I'm going to have a fucking heart attack. It was literally behind
By the
me.
way, this isn't a desert. This is a swamp. So we have no excuse this time for these hallucinations.
God. Oh, look.
This
Aura
is
sword. Fuck me sideways. This is the mining village of Aurasort, the woman points out.
We know.
Yeah, we know.
We know.
We followed a map and everything.
Yeah, no.
People come from all around the swamp to get rich in the jade mines.
Yeah, real
The jade
cool.
mine is just northwest of our village. We know that too.
We know.
Oh, merciful save. Merciful save spot. Jesus Christ.
What happened?
Oh.
Well, we're here. And now we talk to everyone like everything's normal.
Yep. Dear traveler, you look tired.
We were just talking about movies.
You look as though you've been wandering around for hours. We'll guide you in your travels to see if he gives. Find the fallen star in the Great Plains under an enchanted forest. There you can gather more fruit. Oh shit!
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. So like finally somewhere we're able to do that. Crazy. That's why everything is fruit here.
That's why everybody wants the fruit. Just that this is a forest.
There's an actual spot for fruit.
The miner looks tough, frustrated, and angry. I know what that's like.
Yeah.
I don't care about that voice in the mine. A voice can't hurt me. Jade calls to me. See ya.
You'd be surprised.
They just stand there. All right. Anything worth buying? No, as always. Guess we can get.
Nothing has changed.
All right, 300 J. Okay, we can afford this.
I think after a point it would be like printing money, huh?
At the very least, printing fruit.
I didn't even notice like the town music.
Look at me noticing the break in the
angry.
fence like a real gamer. Setia wants to marry the miner Fess soon. Setia wants to marry the miner Fess soon, says the little girl. But Fess hasn't returned from the mine yet. Setia is or is it Setia? Is she an artificial sweetener? Very worried about him.
No, I think that's a strand of weed, actually.
Yo, is this more like a Setia sort of thing? Is this more like a head high? Oh, I'm so worried, Setia sobs. Everyone's talking about the voice in the mines. And my Fess is still inside. I would gladly give up all my jade just to have Fess safely in my arms. Titanio!
Titanio.
Please go to the jade mine and find Fess. I have to know he's okay. Go to the mines, west of here. Tell him to come home. The mines! The mines!
Where are we supposed to go?
I think we're supposed to go to the mines.
Oh, that's crazy.
We have to go help the woman who wants to marry a miner.
How long should we look at the camera?
I've already I let the moment pass already. The old man seems out of place in this town populated by the young.
Okay.
Hey, they're talking about me on
Why'd
Twitch.
you have to do him like that?
This is how I
that what
feel.
we're going to talk about now?
It's how I feel with all the VTubers I like watching.
Hold on. Just going to tweet something right quick.
Nearly all anyone in Oriso thinks of is Jade, 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 he grumps. But young man, you know Jade is not everything. There are some things Jade cannot buy. All right.
Okay.
Well, thank God we went down there and talked to all those people. You catch a snippet of their conversation. Dr. Orton is a peculiar old bird. He surrounds himself with his inventions and cares little for Jade.
Okay.
Every night, strange voices from the Jade mine disturb my sleep, the woman complains. It's like a fucking Pokemon game. Everybody is just like talking about like one thing and one thing only.
Yeah.
The woman looks terrified. The miners have heard an awful voice in the mines. If it's a demon's voice, surely it'll be dangerous to work inside. The man is not convinced about the voice in the mine. I ain't heard no voice. I don't think there is one.
Okay. Is everybody?
What a colorful cast
is everyone
of characters.
done?
Yeah. Has everyone said something
done?
about the mine?
What do you? Oh,
it's this guy. Well, is this the guy that we talked to before, or is this just a repeated sprite? Welcome to my laboratory. I am Dr. Ortron. You are just in time for my lecture.
Let's leave.
I created a machine that will allow us into Sector Temple. It creates a bridge of light that we may cross. That machine is hidden deep within the Jade Mine. Why would you put it there? To prevent unauthorized use, there is a special order in which you must press the pedals. Don't even think about trying to start the machine without knowing the order, or you'll regret it. Now I will tell you the order of the pedals. That is my little secret. All right, how do we beat this man for information? Fuck. All right.
It's not our style.
Anywhere else to go in this shit-ass town where everybody just yells about mines and Jade?
I think that's probably it.
That's probably it. All right. Well,
thank goodness every single town looks exactly the same and is formatted the same.
Yeah, I know.
So that we know that we've explored everywhere, every single time.
All right. All of that.
For one crumb of progress.
For a crumb of information, and it's go back to the place you already were.
Cool.
And hope that now that we're level 30, maybe things won't completely destroy us.
I mean, I think it'll be fine.
I don't know, because these guys still take 4 hits to kill, and those lizard men we were doing like no damage to before. I guess we're going to find out. Well, now that we have actually saved, I'm less nervous.
Have to do all of that.
I'm going to do all that bullshit again.
Thankfully.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, come on now.
It's like controlling a tank.
It's the battle zone of SNES RPGs.
Jade mine.
Okay. Let's see what happens, shall we?
I mean, the worst.
The worst, yes?
You know what? Never mind.
Okay, we are actually doing some damage to these guys now, so
it's like incremental enough where it's like you get a few levels, you start getting some ground. You got potions too. Not the worst. I do kind of feel like the throwing thing would be better here, though.
Yeah, we can give it a shot. I just worry because the throwing, because this does give us a lot of just like downtime.
Oh yeah, it does. Wait, what about the
special? That's doing way less. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can probably wipe them out.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, good call.
Okay. It's definitely doing less than the single, but
yeah,
the special moves some pretty good headway.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's level 3. I forgot.
Yeah, it's level 3, and also the special move does take up health. So.
Yeah, but I mean, they were gonna take up your health anyway. But you probably just do that and switch to the sword, maybe. Oh,
great!
Thank goodness.
Awesome
for that. Okay. Well, maybe no more special moves then.
Yeah. Almost did it again.
You almost did it again.
The depth perception is a little weird on the statues.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
Whoops. Oh, god damn it. Shit.
Oh no, he's just saying some stupid stuff.
You'll be able to find some place with cracks on the floor. If you use your bomb there, the floor will be broken down. You'll be able to fall down. All right.
See? Stupid. Look at that.
Do you think this is the place? Is this what they?
No. No, those are tire treads, I think.
Someone drove a Jeep through here. All right, well, with nowhere else to go. Although this sure looks like a door, doesn't it?
No.
All right, fine. Oh, the bombs have... Oh,
whoa.
Oh, my fucking God.
Well, yeah, that's why you got a few of them.
Great.
Hey, at least they were gracious enough to give you that one. Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Ooh. They're going...
What the fuck?
Okay.
What happened there? They like... They dashed through the special twice.
They had iframes. That's crazy.
Serious iframes. All right. I mean, thank God that happened early enough that didn't exactly lose a ton of progress.
Well, now we have all our bombs back. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Now we're back in crew sort.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it was disappearing for a second.
Oh. Please no. Please no.
Leave you to do this alone.
Not that we finally know how to make some progress, start having a bunch of technical problems.
I don't think that would ever happen to a VTuber.
No. VTuber streams famous for being technically sound at all times.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now that we have our full health back, I'm just going to start wailing with the special move just kind of out of the gate, I think.
Yeah, and probably save you some in the long run.
Yeah. I kind of want to intentionally fight these dudes down here, too, to get the XP.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
And you basically get the health back.
Some gamer shit right there.
Yeah, you know, extra bomb.
Yeah, extra bomb. And now I know. Now I know. I'm not going to waste 2 of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you might waste 3 instead. Okay, Let me see if there's anything in particular
we should be looking for.
That it advises at this point, because
sure.
I do want to make sure that there's like an actual point in being here.
Well, this is literally where we should be.
Yeah, of course.
So everybody was telling us to go. So I'm not worried about that part.
Ooh. Okay, so the lizards are abnormal at this point.
What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean?
It means that they do have like strangely high defense. Like it was talking about that. Like it's not.
Oh.
It's not synergized with the area in particular. They just have really high defense.
I see. Okay. All right. Well, great. That who cares?
Yeah. I'm looking at little tidbits of information here because I'm looking at the.
Doesn't change the actual situation that we find ourselves in.
Tony, the lizards are abnormal. I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
The lizards are abnormal. Let's see.
All right, that looks like a key door. God, I feel like I haven't opened a door with a key in 100 years.
Mm. Let's see. Oh.
Wow, nothing, huh? This looks like maybe. Oh, do I want to waste a bomb? Oh, fuck it.
I don't.
Yeah, all right.
No, I was gonna say I don't think that's a thing, but
it's worth a shot. All right, so we have a door down there. We haven't gone up yet.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're looking for that best person. Did they do a slide? That's crazy.
Oh, there we go. We got the bomb back that I wasted.
Nice. Yeah, now I'm just looking.
Wait a minute. Okay, well, we have... We've already ran out of directions to go in.
Oh. Thank goodness.
Save for one pit that we haven't jumped down, so I guess we can try that.
Yeah, I think so.
It's the room next to the bombable floor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, it resets.
Oh.
Yeah, this guy right here.
Oh. It's just this room.
Yeah, this does not seem new.
Okay, let me see.
Leveled up though.
There's. Okay, it says do not take the top door. Oh wait, is that door changed now? Never mind. I don't know where you are in here. I'm not even gonna lie. Because it says it's a door you're not supposed to take. That's a one-way that traps you in there. But I think you did that already.
Yeah, I think we did that.
I'm looking at the subtitle deep inside. It says you'll find a well.
Oh, we skipped completely over the enchanted forest stuff. Apparently.
Did we?
Ancient forest. Yeah. Where is that?
I guess we'll go back to it. Wait, no.
Forest.
It's not a forest sort, and then.
No. Yeah, but we didn't do the forest. Is my point.
Oh, we'll do it later, I guess.
Yeah, we can do it later. Probably fine.
I mean, that's probably where all the fruit is.
It says the treasure guy says there's fruit and an MP star.
Okay,
that's it.
Well, yeah.
So that's all good.
Fruit.
Okay, Jed Mine. Here we go. Whoever steps inside the cave is an eerie vibe. Okay.
I'm telling you.
It's interesting that many of the cave's wall have free jade for the taking. Simply jump and swipe the middle of the wall with your sword. Okay. Apparently there are 3 spots in the cave that you can do that in. Okay, enter the cave, small walkway. Trash dump down. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Push the statue. Yep, simple enough. Next room has a miner. It's insistent to find the jade. Pitfall in this room leads to useless parts of the basement. Take the doorway at the bottom of the screen. Cracked floor, 2 gargoyles, shouldn't be any problem. Think it's a good place to use the bomb, but it isn't. You have to return to the first room again. Take the door on the right.
Well, no wonder.
Look carefully along the bottom of the screen. You'll notice a somewhat concealed doorway. Oh, God.
What?
I definitely did not clock that.
Yeah. Well, fair enough.
Let's see.
Oh, is that? Oh, never mind.
It's in the room with the big pit. Oh, fuck me. God damn it.
Okay. It's not in here, right?
It's this room here.
Oh.
This? Come on, video game.
On.
No.
No, that's crazy.
That's unacceptable. There's no shot.
They could have done a little better.
They could have done anything else. Anything else would have been better than what that is.
Yeah.
Woof.
Concealed, so they say.
Yeah.
That would imply intention, I think.
Is this...
I think that's the wrong way.
Gotcha. All right. So now we do want to use the bomb on the floor.
Yeah. They're fighting like crazy.
Yeah, and it's like weirdly inconsistent too, where like sometimes they die in one hit, sometimes it takes 2.
Oh no, that's because the boomerang's coming back at some point.
Yeah, but it seems like the sprites are like on top of each other, and sometimes it triggers and then other times it doesn't. It's like you have to like beat the enemy to their iframes or something. I don't know. I feel like
I think so.
This sure looks familiar. This sure looks like a place we've already been. Come on, game.
It sure is.
What the fuck?
Well, I guess it wasn't that way. We'll see.
Chest containing a single bomb will appear. You cannot enter a room occupied by 3 gargoyles. Several choices. Take the bottom door. Oh man! All right, we gotta actually. Shit. I'm gonna have to like read the walkthrough as I go in order to figure out where I'm even standing. I think.
Yeah, it does get to that point sometimes.
Thank God these guys are really generous with the health drops, though. I feel like we haven't encountered that at all up to this point. Like,
no, not really.
Usually it's like gems and MP all over the place. Hearts are like harder to come by.
I think they're just like acknowledging that they have high defense, so they know you're gonna probably burn more resources.
All right, I'm now going to just be reading this constantly here from this point forward. Okay. You'll notice a somewhat concealed doorway just to the left of the pit. Enter through here and move on. Taking the pitfall now or following into the path will lead right back to the beginning. The room below has another large pit. Don't take it, and 2 more gargoyles. Held left. Small chamber with 2 lizard knights and the single bomb. There we go.
Easy.
Once beaten, take the door to the left. Oh, there's a doorway down at the bottom of the screen.
Oh. Sure.
There we go. Man, that is...
I mean, that one's a little easier to see, but...
A little easier.
So, that doesn't seem like there's anywhere else to go. Other than
there. Take the bottom. At long last, use the... Okay. All right. New stuff. New things.
Somewhat. Got the Undertale enemies again. I forgot. Did you say that you had a Nintendo Switch?
I do have a Nintendo Switch.
Oh. Did you remember that the Bunny Graveyard came out on Nintendo Switch?
Oh, did it?
Yeah. A few days ago, actually.
Oh, nice. I have not.
It is the one with the voice acting.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm curious. Obviously, they're going to put that patch out on the PC eventually. But...
Oh, is it not on the PC?
No, the patch with the voice acting isn't out on the PC. It's just for the Nintendo Switch release for right now.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
That's an odd decision.
It's not so much a decision as like if they're going to do a port, they may as well do the update on there. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it seems weird.
Seems like they didn't plan it to like be out at the same time. So I think they're still working out it or working it out, doing it on the PC version.
I see.
I don't really know what it takes to port games like that.
So. Yeah, no, same.
I wouldn't be able to have any insight on that.
Yeah. I just always think it's very strange nowadays to have two different versions of your game out there.
Yeah.
When you are actively developing it. like the game is not.
I mean, I can only assume that they were splitting, time and attention working on the sequel to doing the port.
Maybe.
So maybe they're just still working on the sequel. I don't know. But whatever it is, I do. It's interesting because obviously reading games is fun.
What the fuck? God damn it.
Having your own voices and all that. Yeah, no, it's actually true. It could be an entirely different team into the port. And then well, wait, what is it? Oh, is this the one-way one where you're not supposed to go?
Yeah, I keep talking about the bunny game.
I'm
just gonna be doing my thing.
Okay. Well, you're getting the lay of the land,
Son of a bitch.
It's no more wandering than we've done.
I know. I just feel bad. I feel bad.
I mean, it's fine. I'm sure.
I feel bad for the viewers. I feel bad for you. I especially feel bad for me. I'm suffering the most out of anybody. You should all feel sorry for me.
Trust me, I do not have. I do not have anything that I would be doing right now other than literally just sitting and playing Arknights.
My game production lecturer worked at Chrome, worked on Wii, DS, PSP kind of versions of the Star Wars games like Force Unleashed.
Oh,
mostly same game document at the start, but entirely different game. So. Yeah, so I understand that. Like, that makes sense. And that was kind of always the case. But we're kind of no longer in those days now. We don't really have those kind of like massive discrepancies between versions of games anymore. I'm not discrediting the idea that it would be a different team that would be working on one version of the game versus the other.
I don't think that's true.
Huh. That we don't have.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Nintendo hardware is behind. everyone understands that, and so I think they actually do still make entirely different versions for the Switch.
I don't know about.
Look, I can tell you to pull up a video if I need to, but Mortal Kombat 1 on the Nintendo Switch.
Yes, but those are like, yeah, totally. Those are like, they're like graphical differences and things like that have to, yes.
Yeah, like there's no way that wasn't someone else.
But that's also a very extreme example, I think.
Okay. Yeah, it is.
It is like the days of like where every game on the Wii was decidedly a different game than what was on the PS2 and Xbox. You know what I mean?
I mean, we're playing a very good example series here where the versions of Draken were completely different.
I don't think they were that different. The only real difference between the SNES version
UI was different
and the PC version was that we didn't have like the activity center. What was it? The battle screen. Yeah, the feed.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. We didn't have, actions displaying at the bottom.
Yeah.
Which is, only a really, really major mechanic that is different in there. Like knowing what you're doing versus not knowing what you're doing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like that's not a small thing.
I'm not saying it's a small thing either. But I'm saying if you put those games together, I would say like, oh, I see that there are some differences between the versions. I would not describe them as two completely different games.
Okay, you know what though? There was actually also more story in the other version. Because I remember reading that there were short stories for Draken that were written, and I think they were put into the game in one of the versions. So technically, one version of it has more lore than the other one. Which the game was already pretty dry.
You have to play it. Oh, you have to play all the different ports of it in order to get the full story. That's why the SNES game feels so thin story wise.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the only reason, of course. Yeah, accessible.
Okay, one of these is a room where we have to bomb the floor. Now that I know that this is one of the loops for sure.
Why do I feel like... I guess.
Let's see. Land in a wall-excavated room that resembles those in the storehouse. Do not take the top door. That's the one-way passage. All right.
Also, in case you think that you missed anything, you didn't.
Yeah.
We basically just talked about the Hateful Eight.
It's not talking to me.
I'm not talking to you.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, my mistake. Thinking.
Yeah. What would I do that for? Somebody in chat. Hello. Oh, see, we have a contender.
Hey,
we have someone who says,
"All right,
I love the Hateful Eight."
Great, get in a fight with Voleno about it while I look at this walkthrough.
No, there's nothing for me to fight about.
Yeah,
I think we're
being facetious.
Yeah, of course. Okay. So what was the gist of our conversation was essentially
opposite side of the pit you saw before. Let's keep moving.
Talking about how directors in movies, I'm realizing that I wish I didn't see them or know them. And so there was a part of me that feels like if I had just sort of stumbled on this movie, I would have been able to enjoy it a little bit more, not having the context of this is, ooh.
Hey, we found some story.
Hold on. we got somebody dead here.
Jade. I can do anything if I have Jade, Fess says. I need to save my Jade so that I can marry my love, Satya.
Okay, and now you're caught up. Everyone's caught up.
This is
literally
genuinely all the story we have encountered in the 2 hours we've been going so far.
Yep, that's it. We have talked about movies. We have talked about the Hateful Eight.
We wandered around a swamp no less than 37 times.
And then this.
And then this. And now here we are. And now we have to find the energy to to now make this part engaging.
All right. And just for some background, Fess, he's a miner.
He's a miner. These days you can't do anything without Jade. Oh!
Oh, okay.
I got bad news for Satya. Your boyfriend turned into a horrible purple slug goblin, and actually he's fine.
Oh, he's fine.
Oh my! I'm sorry that doesn't usually happen. Oh, I acted so evil. We're getting this man's entire arc. In my greed for Jade, I forgot what was really important. I must hurry back to my Satya. And thanks, let me offer you what I know. Professor Otrin created a device to answer Sectra. He kept mumbling, red, blue, green, as if I had to remember that. That's all I know. I hope it helps. I hope his sprite just like rises off the screen. Just, boop. Okay, good heavens, I did an evil.
Thank goodness we can add Fest to the wiki.
Red.
After that contribution.
To your cast of characters. I hope this game does like a cast call, like a cast scroll.
That would be
in the
amazing.
Credits, and then it's shown like his sprite is just him laying flat on the ground.
Or the purple creature.
Or the purple monster.
That he turned into for
one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. Oh, suddenly boss room. Okay.
What?
Are we getting repeat bosses?
Oh,
that's a bummer.
Lame.
And we're gonna kill him. All right, great. Mind demon. There's your demon and mine demon.
All right. Wonderful.
Great.
So
got barely any experience out of that too.
So
what is wrong with this game?
So if you feel like you've lost the plot, don't worry.
I take that back. It's not the game's fault. The game doesn't expect you to take 2.5 hours to get just to here. It's 100% on us thinking that this is all building up to some big epic moment when it's just like, no, we're just dumbasses.
Yeah. I mean, today and last time and the stream before, don't forget those.
These are not red, blue, or green.
Oh, okay.
There are no colors here. What would they say?
What is happening?
What the fuck?
Okay.
Switch on. Oh, Danae. Okay,
what was that for?
What the fuck is this? I think this is for the time. This is for the machine. This is for the Professor Otrin's machine.
Okay.
I thought. The Sectra
Why would they
bridge.
Say
okay. The room just after the Mind Demon contains the machine. Anyway, there are 3 large statues and 3 switches. Hitting the wrong one will get you smashed, while hitting the correct one will depress it. Now, the puzzle is presented in a rather odd way. Fest told you that the order was red, blue, green, but there doesn't appear to be any colors here. The way to get them to appear is to use your different elemental rings. Using the fire ring makes the red button glow red. And the what the fuck? Okay.
But you can literally just
there's only so many combinations. There's 9 possibilities.
Combinations. And they thought we needed a decoder ring for this one.
Drinker Ovaltine.
For this, I have literally never seen the colors on the buttons. I don't remember this room at all, but for the sake of completion,
yes,
why don't you take out one of the rings?
Of course, I'm going to do that. There it is.
Incredible. Why?
That's so extra. That is
excessive. I mean, very cool detail, but literally no one would have known that.
You would not need, and those statues did like no damage to me either. So it's not like I was in like real danger there.
Nope.
Okay, they give a quick escape route here. From Professor's room, go down, then left, and then up and left.
Alrighty. And to answer your question, no, I haven't. I really haven't. He's mostly just doing it himself.
Yeah.
Because I hate this walkthrough so much.
It's a good walkthrough. It's just too verbose. It's just he got too cute with it.
He did. But I mean,
and it's the kind of thing that I can like appreciate from
it's
like
really cool
from like far away kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But
like in the moment when you're trying to,
it's like, where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? It's like the funny thing about the way the game presents itself is that it kind of misleads you in how the mechanic is presented.
See,
like, just tell me the buttons.
It's like it's not the essentials, that's for sure.
No,
it is. In fact, it goes to the earlier conversation. See, I would never have been thinking about who wrote this thing if it was just straightforward.
Does it say, hang on, I want to see if at the top of the walkthrough it says the 8th walkthrough by Dragon Skewer 69 or whatever.
Yeah, honestly. A game fact, I believe
it's almost worse. It's just someone who just goes by the name The Admiral. So
yeah,
it's actually worse.
There's no way that they haven't written other ones as well. Like this is a pattern of behavior by them, I believe. I think this might be a sign. Of repeated sign. Perhaps.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. I'm going to switch back to the sword.
And yes, we are on game facts.
Yeah, we're using game facts. How do you feel about maybe investigating the forest?
I mean, we do need a bunch of fruit, and if we're going to be leaving this area, we may as well do most of the things needed to be done.
Because I'm just thinking about, it probably would be good to have like the large bag, if nothing else.
Yeah, I think so.
And if we need fruit to make that happen,
if we can get enough of it to make it happen, then
yeah, because we need 50, and I think I have like 10 right now.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find the town again. Actually, I think the trick is to not follow the road. The road misleads you.
Yeah.
The entire conversation makes no sense to an outsider. It barely makes sense to the people having it, if you're being honest.
To make the large bag happen.
Yeah. What about that doesn't track?
Of course.
All right. We'll head back into town to at least save. I guess we can probably check in with Satya and Fez, the happy couple.
Yeah. I don't even know if he went back. He was just laying there.
For a second, the intro to this music, I thought it was going to break into downtown. If you listen. It's very,
it's gonna be worth it.
They say the lights are in downtown. I mean, it falls apart immediately, but
oh, great. There's nothing more biting that I could say. Than admitting to you that I do not know the music in which we are referencing.
Even better. Have you never heard that song before?
Nope. I believe I've probably spent the past 30 years of living being told about all the stuff that I haven't done. And so we'll just make sure that this one's no different. At the very least, I can say that I've now seen one Quentin Tarantino.
You've seen one movie. You've seen two movies.
I've seen two.
Both of which were only so that you could have a conversation with somebody about them afterwards.
Yep. I mean, genuinely though, the random watch-alongs that I've been doing, I did randomly also watch Sweeney Todd. That was
not all of it though, did you?
Not all of it.
not a crucial amount of it.
Missed the very beginning of it to like figure out, hey, why is he doing all this stuff?
Entire.
So I was just seeing it out of context. I genuinely may never go watch the beginning of the movie that I can just tell people forever that I have no idea why he was doing any of that.
Yeah.
They kept talking about his wife. I have no idea why.
Why do we never see her? Why do we not?
We don't see her. Who is she? Who is this? See, okay. That's the other problem. I can see actors too. I mean, that's impossible not to see though. But I didn't remember her name. I remembered Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah.
Why? Why can't all actors disappear?
Did this rude man ever even have a wife?
Why does he keep taking a little bit too much off the top?
Why is he so
mean? Whole contraption. He's all right at singing.
And they're eating people? I don't understand this at all.
See, no wonder nobody likes these pies.
They are the worst pies in London.
Wow.
Titanio, Satya says gratefully. You have brought Fess back to me. I cannot thank you enough. I'm so happy I could cry, sob sniffle.
You didn't have to add the end part, but
Titanio, you showed me the error of my ways. This is how I sound when I'm not lying on the floor. Satya and I don't need Jade to be happy, but it sure helps. After all, we have each other.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, okay, buddy. I got 1655. How much you got?
Show me your wallet right now.
Grinding. He looked dead.
Is there no reason? Oh, well, I guess we would just go to the bridge because we activated the machine, right?
Yeah.
Upon returning to Ursa,
we could do the forest stuff off screen.
The town people seem very happy you've cleared the mines. Now that the greed and violence of the monsters are removed.
Yada yada yada.
Talk to Satya and Fess. If you speak to either one a second time, they'll come on hunting. You should never stop searching for Katarina. How sweet. All right, well, now that I've read that, I don't have to do it in the game.
Fess, and also, for everybody at home, I hope you're at home. Katarina is
only watch the stream if you're at home.
You can't watch.
If you're at work, at a public library, sitting in your car,
you can't do it.
Unacceptable. This is a home-based entertainment channel.
Yeah, we're at home, so you have to be at home. That's just kind of how it works. But Katarina is our girlfriend who was kidnapped in the intro of the game.
Yep.
You are now caught up.
You are now caught up.
Oh. We left the necklace with her, but she dropped it. I think they were after the necklace. They don't know they don't need her.
After making your rounds, you might want to visit the item shop if you don't have at least one magic crystal in your inventory. The Sectra Temple will readily consume your MP at certain locations. Having a crystal is good insurance. All right.
That's interesting.
Let's do that.
Yeah, she was kidnapped by Giza.
Well, she was kidnapped by Argos.
Well, yeah, Argos, who we later found out was a grunt,
is just a lackey for Giza.
Yeah, for Giza. I'm sure at some point we're going to unceremoniously dispose of Argos. Nobody's going to be.
I hope we bonk him on the head the same way that he bonked us.
I hope we just snap our fingers and he disappears.
You can do that the whole time?
Yeah. I just hope it's like as quick as possible.
Do a safety save here.
Big ol' hand wave.
All right. Let's head for Sectra. The sector temple is almost directly west from Orsort. Probably reached it most easily by following the path back to the warp star, a thing where I definitely know where that is.
Well, you can try it.
From there, the temple should be visible along the western horizon. Okay. I'm just gonna head west. And just...
I mean, hey, we're heading west.
We're heading west.
Speaking of heading west, have you ever played the Red Dead Redemption game?
Just the one?
I mean, I said games.
Oh, I did not hear the plural.
All right.
I have played both. I played through Red Dead Redemption, the first one. I did not finish Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, okay.
It is an excellent game. It takes way too fucking long to get started. And it's very easy to fall off as a result. But I do think that, yeah, they are excellently crafted games, like, obviously. But, yeah. Your point?
Well, no, I was just saying that if anything that the Hateful Eight made me want to do is play one of those.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it'll do that.
I feel like I am a person who has probably never once ever had a cowboy mood. Whoa, that's crazy.
We're going across the Rainbow Bridge.
Device. Okay, I understand now. It was surrounded by water. We needed a weird contraption bridge.
Not even Revolver. Red Dead Revolver is actually on my backlog.
Really?
Yeah, as that game, it's weird.
Really?
It is weird in a really cool way, and in a way that I'm actually excited to see again, because it's still a third-person shooter, but it has like this really crazy like lock-on system. Did you ever play God Hand?
You're gonna get a no. You're doing that thing where you ask me if I did something. You're gonna get a no. I'm just saying. I think we've been through this.
Yeah. It is.
So yes, no, I have not played God Hand.
Okay, it is.
I've seen briefly God Hand.
It's kind of like that. It has like that kind of energy about it. Obviously, God Hand is like super over the top and crazy, but it has like that kind of feel to it where it's like, this is technically a video game, but it doesn't feel or act like a traditional, like it's very much like its own thing in a way where it feels like almost broken, like on the verge of being broken and like poorly made, but has like really interesting presentation to it. And really, it just has a very unique feel. Unlike anything else that Rockstar has made.
Oh yeah, no, I was going to say, when you describe it that way, that makes it sound kind of like who's like the Suda 51 games in a sense.
Killer 7 and
Killer 7.
No More Heroes. Killer is Dead.
Because they're all janky looking.
Yeah,
but they seem like they would be actually fun.
They're janky looking and they kind of are janky feeling, but the game is designed around its jankiness. It is just like that. It's like it's not janky because of a lack of craft. It is janky because that is the feel that they wanted to go for intentionally.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Red Dead Revolver, I don't know, necessarily accomplishes that side of it. I think it is kind of janky just by virtue of like what early Rockstar was like.
Like actual jank.
Where it's like kind of like actual jank, but it's very strange. And I do want to check it out again.
Kind of forgot about it.
For chat,
That's an interesting.
We have entered into the mirror fight part of the adventure game.
Yeah.
For chat, Voleno and I have been talking a little bit about what the next one of these is going to be that we do. And I think I'm gonna be pushing for Killer 7. I think.
Okay. I am totally all right with that. I've always been curious. It's one of the few that I feel like I may have watched very little of somebody playing, but not like the whole thing, so I don't really know everything. I feel like I've seen No More Heroes probably a few more times, but not No More Heroes 2 or 3. And I don't think they made sequels to Killer 7, but
They did not.
That's probably fine.
There was an interview,
I guess we'll see,
semi recently, where they kind of alluded to like they would like Suda 51 would be interested in making one, but it would need to happen at kind of like the right time with the right people, sort of like a very like non-committal kind of like that.
Yeah,
that very like creator sort of thing, just like, oh, I'd love to do that if it ever happened, you know.
Yeah, I've definitely been. I've been hearing that for practically all my life.
Hang on, do you want
of the franchises?
Do you want to hear the history of water?
No.
Too bad you're getting it. This is the water temple.
Okay.
Water kissed by cold air transforms.
So long.
That's the history of water. That's all of it. That's everything you've ever needed to know. It wasn't even a complete sentence.
So I guess it got damaged. Presumably by water. I don't know.
Great room. Great room. Oh my God, this game.
They're really killing it today.
Well, this is lots of fun things to how the control feels.
How did they even?
All right, I'm gonna try this again.
Did you not hear him?
Not hear what? What?
Water transforms when hit by air. What are you doing? Hit it with air and you can walk over it.
What the fuck are you Okay, yeah, let me just equip my air.
Hello?
Is it the horn?
You're not paying attention.
Yeah, that ain't it.
Where water flows. Anyway, you have to free this to the water.
With these guys? I feel like I haven't used one of these in forever.
I can only assume.
That didn't
maybe?
do it.
I don't know. I'm looking at the walkthrough.
Already got to look at the fucking walkthrough again.
Okay. After passing through the top door, you'll enter a room with a small reflecting pool. As soon as you enter, force field, cover it, yada yada. You return later on. So you can't do anything about that one yet.
Oh, ice ring. Do we have an ice ring? Oh,
yeah, we do.
I didn't realize we had an ice ring.
I kind of thought you knew that.
No, I forgot that. I only recalled using the.
Ah,
there we go.
Okay.
Oh, look, the thing to progress.
Ooh.
I
can't drown in that.
I don't remember collecting that. I remember because we never used it because I think we saw that attack once and it was like, oh, that's not useful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now it is.
Now it is. It's just not nearly as useful as the ice scale attack was.
I mean, we've just been doing a lot of this where
spend keys to get keys.
Yeah, we'll just set. We'll get an item and then we'll use it like 2 dungeons down.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, technically, I kind of feel like that's pretty good progression.
I see now what the walkthrough was saying about how this temple will
drain your
chew through your magic. Oh, the freeze is on a timer.
That's good. Potentially.
Ice is temporary. Come on.
Oh, it's fast.
I do like seeing the 999 coming up on the damage numbers.
It is cool.
Let us know that we're definitely progressing.
Oh wait, so if it's on a timer, you gotta start running now.
Are that's probably not important.
Yeah, probably not. Oh no, it's just a fountain. Is that a hole?
I was gonna say that seems like that might be a hole. I'll have to remember to come back there.
Oh no, it's just
that looks like
alluding to what you have to do.
That was like jump on me to get up there.
Yeah. So you can probably jump over on that other one too. Later, I guess. Again, I know I say it every time, but I'm impressed with the animations of this game. Sometimes, and just like the presentation.
Yeah, those guys kind of like melting down into orbs and stuff like is a neat effect.
For sure. Oh wait.
I'm coming back here just to see if there's anything to be gained from jumping on this.
Oh, from jumping, yeah.
Or if there is like a hole under this once it melts.
Oh, okay.
Nope, it actually just hurts. It just sucks to be down here, as a matter of fact.
Okay. Well. I don't think you thought that one through. You remember that moment when I said that you can't drown in ice?
Oh, we're fucked.
Yeah, you found a way.
We're fucked. Get up there. Get up there.
Hey, lesson learned. You can drown in ice because you just had to find a way.
I needed to know.
Okay. Well, thank goodness we know. So, do you have a potion at this very moment?
I do. We can, I guess, for safety. Oh, I have one fruit, by the way.
Oh, thank goodness. We can do the forest stuff later off stream or whatever.
Yeah.
See how many fruits it gives us.
There's literally nothing to get in the forest except for fruit and an MP expansion.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried.
We've already had plenty of those. Not fruits.
I'm not worried about chat missing that.
Yeah. I don't feel like there's too exciting of a thread to follow there.
No.
Not even remotely. Oh. But why?
Well, shit. Because now I'm back at like the entrance to this place.
Okay.
All right. Well.
So, opening the floodgates. Oh. Wait. It's saying that there's some area where the water level would have fallen? What would do that?
I don't
know. Wait, were you able to go to the right? To the door to the right on? Oh.
On this screen?
Yeah.
No, that door doesn't open. I think we took another path where we came through there and then it locked behind us.
Okay.
Okay, you can either head up and open the locked door on the head up or open the locked door on the left and proceed that way. Overpack takes you to a couple of rooms, ends with a lamp, which shouldn't set out to freeze the water. Okay. Skip that branch, head through the locked door. Get the key.
I got it.
Keep water filling most of it. Okay. Next room has a pair of water knights and a locked door at the top, which is opened by the key. You got in the leads to the chamber with a pair of water demons.
I think we did that one already.
Okay. So apparently we missed a staircase.
Oh. That sounds about right.
Pair of water demons and into a room with a small pool above that. From here, you should see a closed door on the right and an open one on the left. Left is obviously the way to the door. Takes you out to a chamber with two huge bugs.
We got them.
Okay. Stairway leading to the deeper recesses.
We're at the recesses.
Nice ring to freeze the water. I'm just going to read ahead a little bit here. Please back up to 1F. You should jump out the pit into the small room. Chest of 200 jade. Okay, we did not find a chest of 200 jade, so that is where our path deviated from where we should be going. Okay, well, there is a path down here, so let's see. Freeze the water, then use the elevated fountain to boost yourself up. I want to investigate this real quick, though, because we didn't go this way.
All right. But you know how these temples have been working. There have been so many cases where you get locked out for going a different way.
Well, then might as well do it of my own volition, then.
I mean, I guess so.
Then misread part of the walkthrough and be like, oh, I didn't go to the thing. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, wait.
Wait.
Did I skip over a sentence? Did I skip over like a critical sentence?
Maybe.
Remember the fountain once? Oh, okay. Yeah, it does say head back to the previous room and then back down the pit once you're done. Okay, so from the room with the fountain, take the door at the bottom. Okay, so because we already investigated all the stuff by freezing the fountain and going up.
Okay.
So we do. So this is the way that we're supposed to go after that.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Level up. Filled up a bunch of magic again. Looking good.
I think I only just realized that there's like a tiny microscopic flash that happens when you level up.
Yeah, it's like, very, very so unassuming. it's a very passive.
I've never really seen it done that subtly.
First room has doors leading left and right. The right one is the correct choice for now. All right. Oh no.
Oh. Well, that was easy. Have those things ever hit you?
No. Maybe once as a goof.
Oh.
Curious.
Well, can we climb up that?
Yeah, I don't know. Get out of a place where I'm being shot at here and see if I can read ahead a little bit. Head up to the next room with the 2 dragon statues into the dead room with the chest. This contains another key. You should have 2 in your inventory at this point. We do. Okay. Go back. Walk 2 rooms to the left, going past the first room. Okay. So we couldn't get past that gate.
Oh, okay. Because of the water level thing.
Yeah.
Is that actually damaging them?
Yeah, a little bit. Not by much. It seems like it stuns them more than actually does a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what do you suppose?
Is that Master Chief?
It does not appear I can do anything with this.
I mean, it looks pushable.
Yeah. Floor B3 is where the action starts.
Oh, thank goodness.
Only route is the one on the left. You should now be in a small room with a statue in the middle. Behind the bars are a shutter, which looks like it might be related to the what? Oh, I see. Okay. Without going too far near the bottom of the room, make your way to the left side of the statue and push it. What? Oh, without freezing, maybe?
Oh. You just push it.
Aha.
Okay. And then you stand up there. Oh, okay.
I was able to apparently I was able to jump and throw the key in the lock.
I mean, he could probably just put his arm up and do it.
Just a real Okay, now the water level's
now the level's lower.
Which means that we can go through this door over here.
and walk through. See, this is an interestingly designed water temple, I would say. I know there's a lot of people who have...
Yo, there was a secret behind the waterfall.
Oh. Hey. Nice. It was a natural thing to do.
Every video game is the same.
Yep.
Oh, now we're taking these guys out in one hit. Even better.
I do feel like there's... Oh yeah, I forgot that you had the special move.
All right.
Okay. Guess not.
No, my star.
But no, I know it's a common thing to complain about water temples and levels, but this one's been pretty nice, honestly.
I'm very regularly on record by saying that there are no good water levels, and I remain to be unproven wrong about that.
Fair enough.
Every game that we have played, every game that I have played that has a water level in it has been mediocre at best.
Okay, here's where I would make the distinction.
Here we go.
A swimming focused level.
Yeah, no, I would not consider this a water level.
So yeah.
It's a water themed temple, but we're not there's nothing in here that is like changing the basic mechanics of our movement.
Yeah, for sure. That is a thing that I have never quite enjoyed. I think you can't.
Yeah, I'm just being a goofy little guy.
Slow enough that you don't drown, at least.
Arr! Nice.
Cool.
We'll go check because there's a room down here as well before we go open that key door.
I will say, this seems more like a town song.
Yeah, it does not have dungeon energy.
I still remember this song from back in the day, though. There's some memorable stuff in this game, for sure.
All right.
It is one of those bizarre cases where I know that there's no possible, like, it would never, ever, ever happen. However, that it was always some dream in the back of my head that Kraken would be a property noticed enough to be remade in some capacity.
Get a re-release.
Yeah.
I don't know.
For that to happen, though,
we might be the premier Draken series players. You know, maybe the right person might see this.
Well, what we have to do in order to make this be seen by other people, I think we might actually have to be good at the game.
Oh, well.
And so I don't think that's going to...
That is a promise I cannot keep.
Yeah, no. If you start speed running this thing, you start bringing it to like AGDQ and stuff. Sure. We'll put Drakenmon on the map someday.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I think we missed a pickup somewhere. I can get gloves.
Gloves.
The gloves give you the strength to move incredibly heavy statues. Well.
Oh well, we need them then.
We've found. I think there was a couple of directions I didn't go in. Still up here. Just head to the left more.
Yeah, makes sense. Wait, this looks like
we came down through that top door earlier.
Oh, okay.
But I did not go this way.
So it just looks really similar. It's not actually.
Yeah. There we go. Gloves? Yes. Oh, sorry, glove, singular. It's just the one.
Got a power glove.
It's so bad. I'm gonna guess you've never seen The Wizard.
Yeah, you'd be guessing right.
Yeah.
I've seen The Wiz.
Sure. I think
you haven't seen The Wiz?
I think you're okay to have not seen The Wizard.
I do like The Wiz.
It has been a long time since I've seen The Wiz. I've been meaning to rewatch it, actually. I remember seeing it as a kid and having kind of a hard time getting into it.
I don't think that The Wizard of Oz is a very compelling story at all. But I get what they're, I get what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
And I feel like at least with The Wiz, it had like the theatrical quality to it, where it's like you're getting some kind of entertainment out of it, but just watching The Wizard of Oz happen is not that entertaining to me. I just don't like. It's not my kind of story. I kind of feel the same way about Pinocchio. Like, what is there? Do Lies of P, do all of the other adaptation stuff. Sure. But that is putting a story to where previously there was not.
Yeah, it's pretty thin as far as overall stories go.
It was a premise.
Yes, Pinocchio is a premise for sure. Yeah.
It's just it's a premise that could have been an email, I think. So it's just every time that I've seen Pinocchio, I feel like less and less of it matters, and only the weird traumatizing stuff sort of resurfaces. But that could have been in anything. It has nothing to really do with Pinocchio himself. So it's just like you can learn all of those lessons from better stories using that format, I think. But Pinocchio's weird to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think. Especially if they're going to Disney-fy it and take out the bad endings or whatever they always do.
I'm guessing you did not see Guillermo del Toro's stop motion.
No, I don't.
Pinocchio. Yeah.
That's not recent, is it?
It's very recent.
Oh, okay.
So
was that one?
It was like last year. I really like Del Toro. Pan's Labyrinth is one of my favorite movies. Period. But I also, unfortunately, for as much as I love Del Toro and as much as I love that movie, I feel like nothing he's done has hit that level of quality and craft.
Not even Death Stranding? Are you sure? Maybe you haven't.
Yeah.
You haven't walked like that yet. You haven't done it.
I actually really like Death Stranding.
Hey, see?
Okay. It's insane. It's insane.
I feel like there is a very good case to be made for Death Stranding being good.
Yeah.
I can't make the case because I haven't played it. However, there's something about the way in which the story is told that I feel like the downtime of doing the travel stuff sort of adds to it in a sense.
Yeah.
Where it's not like you're looking for where the story is going to happen necessarily.
Yes.
It's like the fact that you're doing the actual work that the character's doing, I feel like adds to it.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And honestly, there is okay, I was super overthinking.
Okay.
Oh shit, we missed a key somewhere. Fuck me. Oh god damn it. All right. Well,
just when I was singing this level's praises. Not that it's the level's fault.
Death Stranding was, I don't know why, but there was just something. the gameplay loop of Death Stranding was very satisfying for me.
Yes.
It
seems like it would be.
Here's this thing, go take it over there, and you're going to get resources from doing that. That's going to make you be able to do that a little bit faster and a little bit faster and a little bit faster. Like, I played so much of that game and gathered enough resources where I made those like fast travel, like slingshot
the zip
things, those zip lines. I made those, I built those across the entirety of the game map so that I could just zip line and I could make like 10 deliveries in as many minutes.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that seems cool. Like that, just as a concept, reducing all that stuff down seems cool to me. It scratched the same itch that idle games scratch for me. Of just, this is all kind of like very simple and there isn't really like a point, quote unquote, to any of it, but you make the numbers go up faster, you know? and that is like enough for like the monkey part of my brain, you know, that likes watching numbers go up and go and get more efficient at that and get faster at that and faster and faster and faster. And that is what Death Stranding does, is you start off very, very weak and very, very slow. And then you get a little bit faster and a little bit faster. You start building roads so you can start driving more. Then you unlock that zip line thing. It's like, oh shit, I don't even need roads anymore. You know, like there is a very satisfying thing about that. And then your reward for doing all of that is some of the most batshit ridiculous, what the fuck is this story even trying to be type cutscenes. And
in this game about poop grenades.
Mm-hmm. Oh God, don't bring me back to last night. On the other stream. That was a sight to behold.
That was such, man.
Whoever suggested that game,
we need to find them and VIP them, because
they need to be promoted, because that was exactly the kind of game.
Yeah.
That she would do that with.
What was
whatever that was.
Yeah. What was so great about that? Let's cross your fingers. This is a key. Let's fucking go.
Ah, nice.
What was so funny about that was that I had to leave. I actually ended up staying at work like an hour late just to watch.
Yeah.
When she starts streaming late, that's just kind of, I don't feel bad about it because I'm not sitting there working. I'm not giving them an hour of free labor. I'm just watching. But once it hits around, like 6:30 or whatever, it's like, all right, I just need to just go home. I don't want to be. The will to sit and watch is overridden by the desire to no longer be in the office and not at home.
Yeah, of course.
So I missed maybe like 40 minutes or so of the stream, so that when I came back, when I got home, I was rejoining the stream at the point where she was creating 1,000 shits in the bathroom. And it was just like, oh good, I've missed nothing.
So somehow we got here. We don't, I feel like there's like a amount of years that you have to be there in order to stop coming into the chat and saying,
what did I just walk into?
What did I just walk into?
Yeah.
Like at a certain point, you can just look, you can take a few quick glances.
You just be like, oh, okay, it's one of these.
Yep. Yeah, it's just, yep.
All right, just a typical stream. Again. I think the boss is right around this corner.
Really?
I believe so. Kind of hoping I hit 34 before we're facing it. Oh, yep. I think we will.
Well, we might.
Oh,
that's
son of a bitch. Okay, good.
Okay. I got one more.
There we go.
Yep. See? One frame of a
literally the perfect amount of enemies.
Literally one. Nice. special moves.
Yep. Whoa.
Hey.
It's that sure looks like the kind of thing
guy. That's a very Draken enemy. You gotta be kidding me. Now that is familiar. Also, I'm not seeing very many special moves here.
Well, I'm trying to get a feel for his attack pattern, if that's okay with you. He's doing no damage to me. We have time. We have time to explore. Look, man, we're near the end of the stream. I want to let's enjoy the journey. We just talked about this.
Was the journey.
We just talked about this.
I think we're
with significantly fewer N-words, so you're welcome, by the way.
we've well, don't forget though, we've got the arrows. There are
we do have the slur arrows.
The slur arrows are in the inventory. I mean, it's better than the napalm bomb from Mega Man.
Yeah, the end bomb.
That one is insane. That is quite the oversight.
That was extremely easy.
Yeah,
the boss looked very intimidating. Not going to be able
to give these bosses the time that they deserve.
Yeah,
you're just not.
Yeah. Oh, Titanio voice calls to you. Oh, hell yeah, it's the Dragon Lords.
Cool. I would like to think that's just like a tapestry.
It's just waving.
That's
a bunch of like fog machines are going off.
Yeah.
At last, all 8 spirits are gathered here. The Gardrak will soon become Soldrak, oh Jesus Christ, and possess all the strength of the Dragon Lords.
To anyone at home, which you should be at home, the Gardrak is the pendant that we lost, or that we have now.
Right.
We're trying to get it to Katarina, and then anyway, keep going.
No, we still have it. That's Giza.
We were trying to give it to her, but she dropped it.
Yeah, well, Giza was trying to specifically steal it, I think.
Yeah.
But then Katarina didn't have it in the first place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Titanio, wait.
I turned into Dr. Light. You got to raise the Gardrak immediately, Titanio.
Raise the Gardrak. Oh God, is that what that looks like? Oh, gross.
Okay. Ooh.
Got the Soldrak.
Titanio.
A voice calls to you.
Shield your eyes.
I thought somebody shot a laser from across the screen. So it's like, a Giza here again.
If Giza succeeds in turning the Prime Orb, the power of the underworld will multiply 100-fold. Giza will indeed possess the power to rule this and all other worlds. Forever, ever. He will be immortal. Even with the Soldrak at your side, you could, pardon?
That's what forever means. Immortal. Yeah, we got it.
Even with the Soldrak at your side, you could not hope to defeat such raw power. Any more than an ant could move a mountain. Go to the underworld and retrieve the Prime Orb. Only then can Giza's plans be thwarted. I have seen a whirling cloud of black hanging like a pall over the illusion forest. It is a good bet that there lies the entrance to the underworld. I've got a real hunch about this one. Feeling pretty good about it, gotta say.
Yeah, I don't know.
Seek the guidance of the Woodland Guardian so that you may reach the forest's heart.
Oh.
We've heard that the Sorceress of Huja, Important Tone, has something for you.
Ding.
Proceed with haste to Huja. Since you have the Soldrak, the spirit will guide you.
We don't have to talk to somebody else, do we?
Dragon Lords, out!
Okay.
All right. Well, and we go all the way back to where we began.
I mean, I feel like that's easy enough to remember to where we don't have to like do it now.
Of course. Yeah.
Just go back to the beginning. I mean, after passing the file back and forth and probably grinding and probably buying
grinding a bunch of fruit.
Yeah.
Get that large bag.
Get the bag.
Gotta get the bag.
Oh. I guess we walk through enemies on the device.
Apparently so.
Sweet.
All right. Well, town should be east of the temple.
What gave you that idea?
Because we came west from the town to get there.
You're making a lot of sense.
So, just by not
how many enemies do you think you killed on the overworld system?
In a random encounter? I don't think 100. I don't think I got to 100.
So yeah, that's definitely something for off stream, I think.
Yeah, also because I don't remember where that particular cave is.
Oh, and by the way, it did make sure to say that it does. You can just do it anywhere, so you could literally just go to the first area and just.
Oh yeah, I figured that it wasn't like tied to a specific zone or whatever.
Yeah. What are you remembering? How long it took for us to find that?
No, I was more reacting to that particular overworld's theme, where it almost sounds like they weren't sure, kind of like how to end it.
Oh.
So it's just like beep, and then it just started over from there. I don't know.
Yeah, we got some prime 20-second loops of songs.
Mm-hmm. And our deeds are recorded, and with a safety save state, we've hit that spot, we've hit that time, we've hit that moment.
Mm-hmm.
That moment where it's like, all right, I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah. I envy the people who do have the energy to, stream super, super long every time.
Yeah.
But I feel like the diminishing returns start to be like, all right, everyone's hurting, everyone's getting hungry.
Mm-hmm.
People have things to do.
I was thinking,
but
well, and technically I don't either, but I was thinking about this yesterday, and I think that if we did not have also like full-time jobs, like,
true.
like other stuff that was taking up our energy during the week, then it would probably be a lot easier, I think, to be kind of like, I usually stream 4 to 5 hours a day, but my streams regularly, like not even just these ones, like my regular streams are usually only around like 2.5 to 3 hours tops, because like 10 p.m. rolls around and I'm just like, I'm just tired.
But what's crazy is like, I thought it would be that way, but the time period in which I didn't have a job, I was not that interested in streaming. And so I think maybe I just haven't really gotten I mean, yeah, I probably could, but even when I was, it was still just like regular length of time. Mm-hmm. I just, in concept, I do not have the desire to like wake up early and do like an 18-hour stream.
Oh God, no.
Ever.
No.
It just does not. I don't like games I don't think I like anything that much. Like, I don't think there's anything that I could be doing during that day that would keep me interested for 18 hours unless you were just sitting here watching me like grind Arknights while watching another stream.
Right.
And which it would be like, well, then why is
anybody here?
Yeah. So
obviously there's more to it than just like any one particular facet of it. The thing is like, I am interested in streaming and I do want to stream it, but it's just like a question of, for me, it's just a question of energy. It's just kind of like, there's a certain degree of, usually, if it wasn't a thing where like I fell off it all the time, like Silent Hill, like I would probably play through Silent Hill in its entirety in maybe like 2 nights.
Yeah.
You know, just on my own. But it is different when you're having to like kind of like narrate everything that you're doing. And in the back of your head is just like that bullshit at work that you're not going to deal with tomorrow and you know, like there are so many other like factors I think that play into it. In the case of this, it's like, you know, we spend so much time just wandering around. I'm just exhausted.
I mean, I think I wouldn't have it any other way though, because obviously it is fun.
Oh yeah, of course.
But if this was purely about finishing the game, we definitely would have been done by now.
Yeah. We'd definitely be done, and also I don't think we would be we would have any fun at all.
No, it would not.
It would just be about that mindset. It would just be about that grind mindset.
Yeah. It would be miserable, but we would have had the game done for sure.
Yeah.
But I just don't really believe in like subjecting people that are watching you to not having fun just to get the task done. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah. I think I've gotten a little better about that. There's something there's just a thing in the back of my head though, where it's just kind of like, if I'm not this, I think about this less during these like collabs and more of just when I'm streaming on my own, which is just like, if I am not, we're here to have fun, but I need to progress through the game. And there's a part of me that feels like if I am not making like regular progress through it, people are going to tune out. And
they would have every right to.
And they would.
And I don't know. Only that.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is that I don't know how accurate or true that is.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not studying my analytics that closely to see when is the exact moment people dropped off, you know. There is an element where it's just kind of like, but I can't just I mean, when I my first Silent Hill stream on Monday, I got so little done in the game because I was just yapping with chat about stuff.
It was fun though.
But it was also one of the most fun streams I've ever done. So I'm really split. I'm really I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know if there is a right answer.
Yeah. I mean, games can be background as much as they can be, you know, fun and everything. So I feel like there's obviously some balance to hit somewhere. And it just depends on the person.
Yeah. I think it also depends on maybe how compelling the game itself is also.
Yeah, that too.
You know,
for sure.
if I'm playing, especially if I'm playing like an NES game or something where it's like a really difficult like platformer action thing or whatever, where it needs all of my attention, then I'm just going to kind of naturally just keep on trucking on that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to be getting sidetracked in conversation while playing Contra. But something like Silent Hill, which is very like slow and methodical and definitely takes its time with things, just kind of like, all right, let's nerd out about horror movies for 45 minutes.
Yeah, and because of the way that people do understand that just inherently, like they're not coming to the stream purely for, you know, insane gameplay trick shots and like.
I hope that's not. I hope y'all ain't coming to me for that. That's for sure. I am decent at games. That is.
That has definitely sailed, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Well, until the next time, we'll definitely be trick shotting and speed running our way through the next one of these that we do for sure. But we'll call it there on We'll Drag of You today.
I'll try to watch a movie.
You'll try to watch a movie. I don't know. Maybe I'll grind a little Dragon View off stream for fruit. There's just other work that I need to do for sure.
Yeah.
There's also a certain amount of like not wanting to do like so much work so that I can just kind of like relax for a little bit. What I'm alluding to, folks out there, is Extra Life, which is coming up in a couple of weeks here. on November 16th. We'll be doing a 24-hour stream, which is a great thing to bring up after talking about like, after like 2 hours, I'm done.
Well, at least that is being done in shifts and as not a regular thing.
Yes, for sure. November 16th, starting at 10 a.m. Pacific time, I am doing a 24-hour live stream for Extra Life. There's actually a lot of Extra Life streams going on right now because today is kind of the official game day. We never do it on the official game day. We go for what is more convenient for us personally. So we delay it.
For the best.
Also because they always schedule game day on daylight savings weekend, which just like really throws things for a loop. So it's a very odd choice. I don't know why they do it, but whatever.
Yeah.
We're going to be raising money for St. Rose Dominican Hospitals in Nevada through the Children's Miracle Network. And this guy is going to be on it at some point, maybe multiple points. Yeah. I'm going to see how much I can rope him in to do things. Nan and Athel are going to be on. They're coming back and they're going to be doing something. I'm juggling a couple of ideas back and forth. I have at least one other VTuber that I've reached out to that I'm hoping I'll be able to get like a full confirmation from them. They were very excited for the offer, but just weren't sure if they were going to be available to do it. So I'll be getting a final answer on that hopefully this weekend coming up. And my friend Wonkno is going to be on. They are they're a VJ here on Twitch. They were very helpful in getting me started when I started streaming last year. So lots of good times. It's going to be full of games and board games. We might be doing a live D&D one shot in here. We are going to maybe have a karaoke part of the show. There's going to be a lot. And I'm very, very much looking forward to that. If that all sounds fun and you want to come check that out, you should do that. And in the meantime, if you want to maybe help us out a little bit, you can go to that link right there and you can donate today. So if you had fun today, if you enjoyed Voleno and I basically getting nothing accomplished,
which is very normal.
You could do something that would accomplish something meaningful in the world, and toss a few dollars to the kids of St. Rose Dominican Hospitals. We're going to be hitting that hard in a couple weeks here, so look forward to that. I am going to be back tomorrow. I'll be back on tomorrow evening, actually starting around this time. So starting around 5-ish. My friend Ben, the one that I was talking about earlier in the stream, who does not agree with me on any movie tastes at all, he is going to be here with me. We're going to be doing a karaoke stream. We got music happening tomorrow. Because it is a karaoke stream, it will be unarchived. So it is a one shot to see it. The only reason that we go about it that way is because the whole thing just gets muted anyway.
But what about those parts that aren't muted?
The parts that aren't muted, whatever, who cares?
With no music.
That's the other part of it. That's the other part of it is that I don't split the audio. So that's why it gets muted in the first place. The whole split audio thing is too confusing. I don't want to mess with it.
Yeah, I've thought about it, but it's like, I don't know, what would the live experience be missing?
Well, and then and there's also the part where it's like I'm not going back and like doing like big crazy edits of my streams either. So it's not like I really need clean audio for that, Yeah. If I get to the point where I am doing that one day, then maybe I'll look into that. But for now, it's just like I just like having all my controls on the Go XLR. I don't want to have to like move like a second slider on some virtual whatever to control volume for things.
I do think that the games that we play together, would make for good singular video, or perhaps good singular videos, or perhaps series of videos, going through the game.
Sure.
Now, is anyone going to do that editing? No. And I'm not. And you're probably not.
No.
So
no, that's why the Mega Man X8 playthrough is just posted raw on my YouTube page.
Yep. And I think I posted the dragon one. That way.
Yeah.
So it's gonna keep being that way for a long time.
Yes.
I don't make enough money to pay an editor, so
and I don't have the time to be my own editor, so
well,
we're all stuck with what we have.
Yep.
But so yeah, fun plans for the rest of the weekend, and over the course of the week, we'll kind of see what my streaming schedule is going to look like. I'm going to be honest, work is really dumb right now. Is really continuing to kick my ass in the worst kind of way. The good news, though, is that next week I'm going into a 3-day weekend. So maybe get a little bit of free time here. But I'm also going to be doing a lot of planning and work for Extra Life stuff. I got to get this house in shape. I should probably clean at some point. I got to start setting up
good idea.
certain things, and maybe do some more like broadcast package type graphic animation things. So lots to do, lots to see. As always, I post on Twitter and Blue Sky when stuff is going to happen. So keep an eye on those. Voleno, unless you got anything really, really pressing, I think we're going to get out of here.
I do not.
All right.
I'm going to watch the movies Friday. Not with you, though.
Nope, not with me. And I'm not really interested in even hearing about it when you do it. So
I'm not going to tell you about it.
You can just go have that and enjoy that. Speaking of Extra Life, a retro streamer that I'm a fan of, APOC, is doing his Extra Life stream today. So I'm going to send you guys over there. APOC is a great retro streamer. He's one of those hardware retro streamers, so he plays everything on the actual consoles that they were released on. One of those purists, but a really chill guy, and he's doing a 12-hour Mega Man marathon. So he is 9 hours into it. He got another 3 hours. Looks like he's on Mega Man 5 right now. So
he has the napalm bomb.
He's got the N bomb. So go. so there's your raid message.
Not a great intro.
It's N bomb raid. N bomb raid.
No. No more passes, please.
Send some love his way. Send some dollars to his the charity of his choice. And yeah, I will catch you guys here tomorrow around 5 p.m. Pacific time for some music. Voleno, any last words?
No.
Thanks, guys.